maps. BO3, we've got to have 3 maps selected. It could be done, though, in 2. We haven't seen Rock LFO play since their 2-0 over Team Anios. Funnily enough, the team that ended up sending Chiefs down into the lower bracket, whereas Rock LFO lost to Mad LFO. Whoever wins this will play in that lower bracket final. Got to bank, and then Chalet, should we need a Consulate, our decider.
There is a world where Chiefs are praying for a quick 2-0, because if they go to Consulate, James, I mean, that was one of those 8-7s where they won, what, 2 attacker rounds overall, and it was just barely. So,
yeah, I'm not prepared
Chiefs
for that.
are banking for Bank and Chalet for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Now, looking at these maps, Bank, picked by Chiefs. Rock LFO haven't played it as of yet. As for Chiefs, we saw them beat Barbie Boys and Anios. Oh, no, they lost to Anios on this map. Quite convincingly, 7-1. But they beat Barbie Boys here in their first game. As for Rock LFO, yeah, haven't seen Bank from them as of yet. So Chiefs taking Rock to an unknown quantity and a bit of a gamble. Let's see if they can deliver. Rock LFO definitely on the back foot. They're coming in cold and they're playing with a substitute. Chiefs, a lot of expectation on their shoulders thanks to the pedigree of this roster and, of course, the organization that they represent. Let's see if they can deliver twice in one day.
Not to be that guy, but who'd win in a one-on-one when it comes to logos? Chiefs Esports Club or a Rock? There's something
the Rock,
about
dude.
the Rock LFO
aura.
name with the branding that is so aura, like genuinely.
It's funny,
It's
we
just
have a lot of like bad named orgless teams. A lot of them don't have logos. It triggers me. Rock LFO, I gotta say, actually one of my faves, dude. It's so funny.
Also, you mentioned Names Dave, and he played for a team called Names Dave Esports. Was that what you said?
He did. I actually drew their logo in Microsoft Paint.
Okay, that's funny, because I used to be a sub for a EU Tier 3 team called Dave Esports, where we drew the logo in Paint as well.
Oh, dude, that's amazing.
So it was like, you know, Farrell played for Dave Esports. Farrell, Zach, Dearly Die, that guy Jesus, and then I would get subbed in when one of the players, like, internet would break or they couldn't play a certain day, and they would actually go on to play in the Tier 3/Tier 2 Prem lands with the likes of, you know, Navi with Doki and Citizen and Kendra, all those guys. They rose to Tier 1 eventually. They played at those kinds of events way back in the day.
That's amazing. I love it.
Fun fact with the Dave Esports, somehow it's very international because we have it in OCE and we have it in EU.
I'm looking back through my old Discord servers. I can't seem to find that Names Dave Esports Discord server anymore. Maybe it's gone. That's absolutely tragic. But oh well, it's the current era. We're seeing Names Dave himself in Pro League. I never thought I would see the day, but here he is. Let's see what he can achieve. But yeah, it's going to be a hard slug here for Rock LFO on Bank. Chiefs' map pick. Rock LFO on defense. We know Bank is traditionally an attacker-sided map, so Chiefs definitely start on the front foot.
I just sent the logo in Discord, by the way, so you can have a look at it.
Oh, I need to see this.
That was our logo.
Oh, dude,
for Dave Esports.
very eerily similar to the Names Dave Esports logo.
No way. Interesting. Player had a huge game earlier, by the way. Dropped 20 or 21 kills, I believe, in the game on Fortress, being a DMR player, and starts banking in a similar fashion. DMR player gets the opening pick onto Laurel, who was roaming with a Thorn, and Chiefs' aggression and their pace is probably one of the highest and best in the region so far, probably only rivaled by Enterprise, which is why if the Chiefs were to qualify for that grand final up against Enterprise, it would be a battle of muscles, not brains, but brawn.
How do Chiefs deal with this setup? There's an extension here into blue with ACOG.
You send in the blitz.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's not a half bad idea.
Blitz shows up at server stairs, you pop the Goyo, you wait 20 seconds, and then you run.
It might be the case. They're going to have to clear out the barbed wire as well if they want Jakena or Godena to get in there. But man, with the opening pick here, it's not a terrible spot to be. Is that a shotgun on Lunchbox? Damn.
Yeah.
That's aura. I love that. Love me a bit of Hibana shotgun.
To fight the staircase, right? Both the Blitz and the Hibana can now go crazy on it.
Also good for dropping hatches as well. In they go. Beautiful work. ACOG gets shut down by Jakena. That is a phenomenal way to clear blue stairs with the EMP coming through as well.
Yeah.
I just love to see that. A guarantee that there's no util, as it would be EMP'd out. Now Jakena can continue to just deal with the Azami keeper barriers from Snow, who's still hiding behind the server rack. I have a feeling he's not getting out alive.
As Red Ping, they know exactly where he is. They can smoke a sense off the door, flash, and push him with the blitz. It should be free.
Yeah, it should
it's
be.
So free.
Yeah, so easy. Lunchbox gets the kill, but Jakena was there to support regardless. 2v5 now. Not a lot of support here for Ciro. And names Dave on the bomb site. No nitro cells to work with. The smoke from player is interesting. What's the idea? The Sens wall goes out. Oh, he's just going to push through the smoke, isn't he? That's so cheeky. No plan at all whatsoever as Jakena is shielded from damage with that blitz shield on his back. Plant goes down. Names Dave, my dude, you need to get around it. 1v5 for Names Dave. Look, if anyone could do it, I'd love to see it. He's all the way in main stairs. Oh, finds a down, finishes off. Get your kill, son. Gets traded back, but Chiefs will get the round regardless, and it's a very dominant start to Bank.
It's a flying start. Opening pick, check. Full map control, check. Server stairs completely for free, check. Follow-up kill inside a server, check. It's just Dave, I was going to say Dave Esports, Rock LFO surrendering so many free kills on a map like Bank, where it's crucial that you play together or you layer the defense. Because having one sole guy playing server stairs with no backup, I mean, he's going to die for sure. And then as Sami sticks around on server after, they too are going to die for sure afterwards. Even if you trade 1-for-1, you're still not going to have a fighting chance in that round because they have so many different win conditions with the Sens, the Blitz, and the backstabber of players. So really well done there for Chiefs. Solid first round.
What was it on Lunchbox's camera? I think I saw, was it a signed t-shirt? That's like
that is very signed.
I think that looks like his like high school like graduation. You know, I don't know if you guys do this in Denmark, but like your final day of school, everyone signs his school uniform.
No, so we don't have uniforms here, but when you go to uni or college, you have like a graduation hat, and you sign on the inside of it, usually your classmates.
It's funny because Lunchbox looks about 12 years old, but I believe he is 18 or 19 maybe because he played last year. So yeah, maybe his graduation was not too long ago.
Hey, it could also be a Siege LAN jersey, you know, like you take that with you and you make all the boys sign it. Because people at LAN events, they bring the craziest thing: PC case, keyboard, a helmet, various things, and then they take it to like every event that they go to for like 5 years in a row. And you have to fight to find a tiny spot on that area or on that device where you can actually sign it.
What's the craziest thing that you've signed?
Parts of a human body, but that's more like a gray line, you know? It's just an item.
It's a suspicious part of the body, or I don't know, the way you said that sounds a bit...
I have signed more guys than girls, let's put it that way, okay? It's a lot of guys.
Nothing wrong with that, dude.
Can you sign this? No, it's less suspicious, that's all I'm trying to say.
Is it? I mean, depends what part of the body you're signing.
Yeah, but, you know, bros are bros, you know? So, it's okay. But it's not the craziest part. I think it's like... people, they bring like stupid stuffed animals. I call them stupid because they look really ugly. Sometimes that's the whole point. Like I got this really ugly fish that a guy from Russia brought me at the Munich Major. He just walked up and said, "From Russia to Bingo," and just whipped out this really ugly fish. And now it's on my shelf. I sign stuff like that. But there is this Mossy cosplayer who I've signed his cosplay like uniform every time I've met him.
Yeah.
So it's on his vest, and every time I sign it, I add like another thing, and I think it's like 5 or 6 times now.
Amazing. I love that. I found the Names Dave Esports logo, by the way.
That is awful.
I sent it to you. What do you mean? It's
horrendous.
It's beautiful. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, the E looks like a guy's helmet. Like if you had, I don't know, like Bart Simpson, I don't know, hair in a helmet.
Dude, I think it's
crazy.
I think it's gorgeous, personally. I think it's beautiful.
Did you make this yourself, you said?
I did, yes. That's my own artwork.
There's not a single straight line in this thing.
That is the point.
It's beautiful. Yeah, no, it's
okay,
beautiful.
I'm glad you appreciate it. I'm glad you
Like,
appreciate it.
as
We got it on the
paint
stream!
artist,
There it is!
Hey, look! That's the logo! Now, can this show my team logo as well? It's a few more messages up. Let's compare the Dave Esports logos, please.
So you got that's the Australian names Dave Esports logo. Can we have a look at the European Dave Esports logo? Production will work on that. Might take a minute.
That's good.
And maybe we can get a poll going in chat of who has the better Dave Esports logo, the Penguin logo or the Denmark logo. I have a feeling I'm going to lose
clean, I'm not going to lie. Ours is pretty damn clean. And a fun fact, I don't know if you remember this because like EU Tier 2, but Vexed was an organization that was around for a few years in Tier 2 Siege. They actually picked up the Dave Esports, looking for org roster. So Dave Esports became Vexed Esports, and they actually got jerseys and all that kind of stuff and social media banners. So their whole like meme team became an actual team later on. And that's what Tier 2 is all about, right? In Tier 3, it's about grassroots. Look at that! On the left-hand side, there's James's Dave Esports, the Aussie one. And on the right-hand side, there's the European Dave Esports that became Vexed later on.
It's amazing, dude. Look, all I can say, peak names Dave Esports, I reckon we would get half a round off peak Dave Esports. I actually only played, I think I played one official with them, but I just scrimmed a few times and we played a lot of ranked. I think I played one official. It was some like nothing, weekly tournament or whatever. And off the top of my head, I only subbed in for one map and I got 0 kills. For some reason, we were playing Oregon. I don't know why we were playing Oregon. I feel like it was when Oregon was like not in the pool anymore, so I don't know why we played it. But yeah, not my.
This is one of those, man.
Not my best moments.
How's the queue times in Aussie ranked? Like, do you guys have queue time problems with like a smaller player base, or is it okay? Or
for what? For ranked?
For ranked, yeah.
Look, to be honest, it used to be like that. Like, there used to be a time of the night where unless you're in a 5-stack, you just can't queue. Even if you're in a 5-stack, if you're a high enough elo, you just won't be able to queue. But recently, I mean, I'm not in champ. I think I'm like Diamond 5 or something? I don't know.
So he's plat, guys. Yeah, he's plat. Okay. Yeah, keep going.
But, I mean, also, visible rank means nothing anyway. But, like, I've been playing at, like, 4 in the morning, and I'll get a game within 10 minutes most of the time. So, which is strange. Okay. It didn't used to be like that in OCE for the longest time. You just had to give up.
That's why the visual matchmaking is the way it is, because you get games at any hour, at any elo, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels sometimes like you queue into, like, top 50 champs as, like, a peak plat player in ranked 1.0 sometimes. I don't know.
Definitely. I also queue sometimes, and I'm like, these guys have never even played a round of Siege before. And there's both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. But hey, next season, in only, month and a half, 2 months from now, we get rank 3.0, which is super exciting. So if you guys have been wondering about getting back into Siege, or you're unhappy with the current matchmaking, hopefully, supposedly, that's all going to get fixed or looked at very soon. So I'm
genuinely
super
my most anticipated change in the last.
I think
like,
for most people.
This game.
Yeah, everyone I've spoken to that have like quit the game or taken a break from it for whatever reason, they're like, dude, I cannot wait to get back and try the game at rank 3.0. And if the new system is generally good and works, it's gonna bring back so many old players, I reckon. Super keen.
I hope so. Got to get the stack back together.
Yeah, I mean, hey, what if you and Dave could make a team and try and rival the likes of Chiefs and Enterprise and whatnot, and put your money where your mouth is?
I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's happening.
I tried. Fire missed though.
I like this.
It might look like the 2-brow freeze up to 5 and spreading. That's sadly not how it works, but it would be cool. He just found like a very nice little tight corner where he is completely safe. That's an angle from ACOG with the ACOG getting launched pop into action. The Grim Beast now as well. Gone in the grave. Huge bit of value lost.
Yeah, and now Chiefs have to figure out, are they going to rotate somebody else to go and repel there? Well, they do have Neptune. You realistically need someone playing these windows just to add that extra pressure onto ACOG. Even with the Montaigne staring him down, I don't know how Chiefs are actually going to kill him. Oh, there you go. Apparently that's how they're going to kill him. Just have the Monty stare him down and then take him with the pistol. That's a good bit of progress here. Jaquana's got to be careful though, doesn't? Well, he might get punished if he overcommits to aiming down sights here.
A plant could be possible. The issue is there are 3 toxic babes from named Dave inside a janitor's closet. So whenever they hear that sound, they're going to toss them on out. Here comes the first one. Smoke from Capital follows through.
Plan needs to go down right now, but Chikenna's taking a hell of a lot of damage. He is absolutely cooked. Oh man, of course, it's the bloody Thorn Trap that finally kills him. 3v3. Chiefs are not even close to the bomb site. They need to go desperately in for it. Neptune forcing the plant down, but Snow will clean house for Rock LFO. A big couple of kills and just not enough time on the clock for Chiefs to execute.
Yeah, very, very good example there of just the timer running out. It's very important when you have your multiplayer, Chikenna in this case, be very proactive. It took them, I would argue, too long of a time to deal with that one player, the two-brow rather. And then after that, they just kind of stalled out. For 30 seconds, Chikenna is standing with the Monty with full overview of the bomb site, and nothing's really happening. You have two people on repels outside the building. You're getting countered by the toxic babes. Nobody's pressuring from a stock or janitor hallway. Nobody's wallbanging to janitors from meeting. They just didn't really have a lot of productivity in that round for Chiefs, and they were stalemate for the majority of it. That's okay. That's just one round. Now they go back to a basement attack instead, where they were wildly successful previously. They had essentially a flawless round. Yeah, they did lose a player, but it was a 5v1. And I will say I'm very surprised with Chikenna and how much shield he's playing. Like, every single round on attack, he has been on some sort of shield operator. It's like the most shields I've seen in a while from anybody.
Yeah, and they haven't banned any of the shield operators as well. I wonder if later they'll decide which one they really hate the most and get rid of it. But to be honest, like, usually it's the Monty that is the first to get banned. And I feel like the Monty hasn't been that huge. Obviously, it was the Blitz from Chikenna that helped with that basement attack in the first rounds.
Yeah, it's funny because Customer went back to Fortress when they played earlier, and even on Consulate, the Monty was like the least successful for them. Like, they would play it with the most frequency, but they would have the worst result. And the Blitz and the Blackbeard have been the better operators, but it's Monty that gets target banned, like you said. It's a safer operator, harder to kill operator if you're a defender, but it's not necessarily what's aiding Chiefs in these rounds. So let's see now that Chikenna's back on the Blitz, if he can find that same positive result. Roam clearing. Snow is going to play on the open area hatch. He's going to stick around for as long as humanly possible, but always preferring to drop down the hatch rather than take one fight too many. Loyal covering from the main stairs. So now it's about Chiefs. Can they clear this out cleanly? Again, if they just force them back towards the bomb site, that's a win. They don't have to get kills. They just have to get map control.
What is that from Ciro? He runs out of garage, tries to pretend to flank lone, but they detect him, so he doesn't end up doing anything. Just goes back into garage.
I think he's checking for L'Oreal, right? Because L'Oreal's doing main stairs. If nobody's on the rappel watching the flank like last time, maybe they'll go for a backstab play.
Makes sense. Well, Snow's gone back to the bomb site with 4 keepers in pocket. I like the fact he's fallen back with util. I mean, that enables mid-round aggression later on, especially blocking up that hatch and going for a retake into A. Keep in mind, in the late round, it's going to be very hard to deny this plant. You've got 3 gas babes, 1 thorn trap, and 1 C4. But Chiefs seem to be very good at getting that plant down.
I am a little bit curious here. It feels like they're getting baited into a default plant scenario up against so much plant denial, and I don't like the sound of it.
I think he wants to plant on the desk where he was pinging. I think that's what he was trying to say.
But that's like the second most obvious plant spot once you get the sense and the smokes out, right? If you're not doing anything, you're playing default. If you're doing this, you're playing either chassis, you're playing elevated spot. But they got, you know, C4 and 3 toxic babes. Only 35 seconds. They don't have time to bait it out. They have to force and then commit. So they're hoping that Rock LFO is going to make a mistake more so than Chiefs are going to make a good play. But they still got the mirror window. I don't know about this one, James.
Yeah, the mirror window is going to be deadly here. Nitro Cell as well. Good grenade, though. Name's Dave takes a hell of a lot of damage. Nitro Cell is not perfect. And Chikenna has successfully planted the defuse in the elevated spot. The gas was not in position. Snow gets aggressive and finds one. We need his Kiba barriers to get active now. It might be possible to go for a retake with these Kibas. He's got 4. That's 2 set up. A third one goes down. The last keeper activated, but he needs his teammates to support him. And in the post-plant, Chiefs have the superior numbers. Relays together with player have been very active. Big kill for Snow. Zero needs to support as well, as he's found one, but one of them needs to get onto that defuse, and they need to do it right now. But with the mirror and the backstab again from Chiefs, there is no retake capable from Rock LFO. Another successful attack down into the basement.
I feel like that's a very good display of why it's important to have foresight and pre-communicate who's going to do what, because the round is going to get very chaotic. Now, they might not have known from Rocket Level's perspective there was a sense on the board until they saw the gadget rolling towards the bomb site. But they had a good, 15 seconds, maybe a little bit more, before the sense was seen, and then versus when they got activated and they went for a bomb site execute. And there are two ways they can salvage that round. The first one is you actually don't C4 for the planter. You C4 the floor to break those roly-polies, and the sense wall will go down. You can break them with any self-destruction utility, impact grenades, or a C4. So if Mira tosses C4 on the ground in front of the mirror window, then you would see what the planter is with the mirror. That's free information, and you can maybe shoot them. The second option is you communicate with names Dave, who's playing the smoke operator, and you say, okay, when things get crazy, you're gonna smoke here, I'm gonna C4 there. Because what ended up happening is they actually stacked 2 toxic babes and a C4 on the exact same area, and nobody went for the elevated desk position. Where in my head, either you C4 the desk and smoke the chassis default, or vice versa. You don't want to stack the utility, because then you're gonna have a gap somewhere, and that's what ended up happening.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think you're really on the money about carrying the Sens wall in that position as well. I think that's
just because you got the mirror window.
Yeah. I mean, it gives you such an advantage. But of course, we've passed the first 3 rounds. We've passed the operator bans, and the Sens gets eliminated by Rock LFO. The mirror manages to sneak on through, but yeah, Rock LFO don't want to deal with that Sens again.
Interesting. It's the second Sens ban today, which is more than entirety of stage 1 or stage 2 last year combined, probably.
Yeah.
I respect that. I like a bit of pocket strats and pocket bans. Really just speaking to the specific enemy that you're up against more than a general strategy. Also, Lunchbob on Lunchbob.
You keep calling him. I swear you keep calling him Lunchbob. I swear that's not the first time I've heard you say that.
Lunchbox on the Blitz got Jakenna's first attack today, not on a shield.
Let's see if Box can hang on the Blitz. Bit of damage. Oh, and Jakenna, get him off the shields, get him on that DMR, and he will find kills. See you later, name's Dave. I don't believe he used any of his gas babes. And Loyalth is almost caught out, retreating back to site. Jakenna goes big for 2. Get this guy off the bloody shields.
Yeah, why is he on Monty every round? Come on, man. He's a gunner now. And I think players calming as well. He hears the guy in main lobby area. There goes the pre-fire. He's just out of there. He's not going to take the fight. Very nicely done. They were trying to go for a 2v1 isolation kill, and player figured it out and just got out of there before it could happen.
5v3 now. Another E1D, 2 tracks of the Deimos, and 2 Dokkaebi calls, not to mention a Blitz. It doesn't get much better than this for Chiefs. They just have to decide where they're going to push and then do it together. That's really all that matters. Synchronize here on this execute.
Lunchbox took a fair bit of damage to some Archives Tellers. Getting shot from these far angles. They have so much time. Unlike the previous rounds, they have a full minute, and they're right by the bomb site doors, and they have significant manpower advantage, 2 people more than Rock LFO, so they can just hit every area at the same time, and just half of the team has to hit their shots, and you will literally win. They can just keep this up and keep everybody alive to the right moment.
I don't think Neptune's got information. Oh, it seems like he just shoulder peeks and finds the kill. Doesn't have the track, doesn't need the track, it seems. Snow now caught in a real pickle. He's got a nitro cell to utilize, but it doesn't matter because Neptune's gone hunting with the Vendetta. A flawless round for the Chiefs as they start to build a bit of momentum here. The Avalanche is starting to continue roll down this hill, and Rock LFO can't do seemingly anything about it.
I'm starting to feel a little bit sad on behalf of names Dave, because this guy is sobbing in, and he is literally playing in the first point of contact roles. He plays server stairs, he plays janitors on top floor, and he on open area, and he is getting run down by a Blitz more rounds than not. And he's not getting any help whatsoever. He is literally just on an island on his own, almost getting sold by his team. Like, you're the sub. Put this guy on Echo and drones, just giving callouts, man. Like, he is fighting in the server, but you gotta help him.
Yeah, it's a rough position to be in when you're subbing in to begin with, especially when you're thrown onto a position like this. Apparently, the only reason why Namesdave is subbing in today is that Machine has no power. But that's the thing with machines, right? Like, they run on electricity, you know. When you have no power. Oh man, without Machine though, you can see why Rock LFO are really bloody struggling.
It's always a interesting conversation to me is when you gotta sub someone. For example, we've seen coaches play a handful of times in Tier 1, even on LAN, when a player is sick or missing or visa issues or whatever, how they implement that coach. Because are you gonna give them the full drone, full hard support role? Are you gonna give them the one-to-one replacement? Like, they're gonna replace the exact role of the player who's missing? Do you help them a lot because they're a newbie? Or do you not help them at all because they're not worth helping because they're newbie? And a lot of different teams done a lot of different things. Usually, when you let that person just have free reins, like you just full control of their own actions, we've seen the magic happen. For example, when Fnatic subbed in Diesel for Magnet, and they went onto LAN, and it took down EG and whatnot, and they had crazy performances. Diesel as a coach was winning a 1v1 clutch. Like, it was phenomenal. But then we've seen other coaches or players get subbed in where they're just stuck in a corner, scared to take a gunfight, and probably feeling a bit of pressure from the players, being like, come on, dude, like, you got shoes to fill. It's a tough one.
Yeah. There was one team back in the day in OCE, Knights, that sometimes they would sub in their coach, Picnic, and he would always win whenever they subbed in their coach. It made no sense. But there was just some magic charm about it. So sometimes when you sub in a players, they end up being a super sub. Sometimes not so. Oh man, Lunchbox almost finds his kill. Apparently Machine was playing through a cyclone last week. He lives in New Zealand. Oh my god, that's a nuke! See you later, Lunchbox. Oh man. Well, Rock LFO needed that. ACOG and Snow now trying to hold down the fort. Snow's got some info. Almost fights Neptune. Not going to be the case. And with the smoke and the cover from the repels, it's an easy convert for the Chiefs. Sadly for the Rock guys, this just is not looking too hot. Chiefs are really starting to dominate now. And I don't know how Rock get their heads back into the game.
It's always just a brutal start to this best of 3, right? You're going on bank, you're going on to defense start. It is super difficult already, and you got a sub. And there is your boy Namesday from Dave Esports. It's it's tough. And I mean, again, the conversation about the roles of the substitute player. What about the map veto? Do you play a map where you're just hoping to get like a neutral start for a 3-3-half? Do you not care about the starting sides? Do you not care about the bank starting a defense, for example? Like, also, mind you, the graphic states that this is Chiefs' pick, yeah?
Yes.
Which means Rocketford chose to start defense. Which means they
trolling.
chose to struggle first. Well, the trolling. I mean, you can also argue that it's probably easier to defend and do paper strats with a sub than do on-the-fly calling on attack, but it's still bank defense. It's still awful.
Yeah, it's funny because they picked Chalet, which, yes, they beat against Anios, but they lost it to Man LFO. We don't know what... Oh, no, actually, Chiefs played Anios on Chalet. I believe they won that map, so, yeah, I don't know. A lot of question marks here for Rock LFO. The thing is, we can, you know... We can wrap our heads around it as much as we want, but realistically, the truth is always going to be that Rock LFO are playing with a sub, and it's always going to be hard for them. And sadly, in an elimination match, you don't get a second chance.
No, I mean, this is their second chance, right? They already lost in our brackets, so it is what it is. The beauty of best of threes, though, is you get to have a fair bit of experience in a simple kickoff stage, where instead of playing like, I don't know, a couple best of ones and then you get grouped or not, like you get to have at least 4 maps if you were to get first rounded, you know, 0-2, 0-2. That's not bad. And if you even win a few and you keep going further and further and further, you keep getting more and more experience. And to the rosters that are newer and players that are younger, that's so impactful. Whereas for the more veteran like teams like Chiefs, like Enterprise, it's just a matter of when, not a matter of if, usually how far they can get. And they'll make the grand final, they're sure of it. And right now, the current looks, Chiefs are very much looking like the second/third best team.
Got to prove it though, especially after such a pitiful start. Wow, Hibana to counter the mirror. That is not something you see every day, but if you don't bring a bandit or if you don't shoot it, then yeah, it's very easy to counter the mirror.
That's a throwback, actually. Nowadays, you see like an Ash charge, when it's shattered, and that's it.
Yeah.
Or a Selma charge from Ace. Without the sense, they cannot create that same kind of chaos, however, and they have tripled down, James. Echo, Tashanka, Smoke, Mirror with a C4. How on earth are you gonna plant inside the A-bomb side? Because look at this. We're just starting to see the fire come out. It is looking completely unplantable.
Yeah. You just simply do not plant here. So they can land some fire on the Tachanka and try and distract him. Oh, the Yokai gets shot. That's big here from Relays.
Missed the fire.
Realistically, you need to have someone go aggressive here. The plant denial just in time from ACOG. A second Yokai drone gets shot as it tries to rotate onto the bomb side, but with Zero finding a second kill now onto Lunchbox by peeking the hatch. It's a desperate time for Relays. He drops into a three-way crossfire and dies. It's finally a respite for Rock LFO. Chiefs went very aggressive. Zero eventually goes down. Oh, almost a second kill here for Neptune. It will need to be a 1v5. A 15-second 1v5 at that. Bit of damage on a Dave. But it won't be the final kill for him, no. Rock LFO finally get across the line. A very second round. And with that, they close the half 2-4.
Those brown eyes, it took my heart by surprise. Could this be real? Because I dreamt you a chapter that I turned. Too good to be true was the way you made me feel.
I'm always so relaxed after these chill vibes. It just feels so relaxed and serene. Feel like I need to have a Manhattan in hand, just taking a light sip, cruising through another beautiful night of some smooth jazz, some sultry tunes. It's a Sunday night though, so it's a work day tomorrow. Can't stay up too late, Pengu.
You're literally unemployed. What do you mean? You think freelancing is a real job? All right, buddy, I got news for you.
Fine, I'll go
make
get
your own hours. You
Fine.
work from home.
Fine. gamer, I'll go get a real job then. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm gonna have to find someone else to work with in that unemployment role. Come on now. It's only fun to be unemployed if you can do that with other people.
Like
that's the
like
whole
many
thing.
things, it's better when you have company. Better with friends. Unemployment, it's better with friends.
Yeah. My best friend in real life, he's been unemployed for the last year and a half, unfortunately.
You mean
and
me,
trying
right?
to find
I'm
a
your
job.
best friend in real life.
You're my best online friend that I
Oh
commented
my
with.
god, I'm Pengu's best online
You're
friend.
like my 7th favorite Australian that I know, which is a pretty big
That
deal.
is a pretty low on the ranking.
Hey, don't point out how many people that I know. It's fine. It's fine. Trust. But I got really busy last year with the whole APL casting, streaming, whatever. And then my best friend got unemployed, and every day I see him online playing games, and I'm sitting there like, I should really go work, but I need to help my unemployed friend not be bored. And it was a daily struggle for me to figure out, should I do my job or should I just join him and be unemployed? Because I felt bad for him.
And then you brought him to
he's bored out of
Australia
his
and New
mind.
Zealand because he was so unemployed.
Yeah.
You're like, man, you may as well just come travel the world.
I was
with me,
like,
right?
you got no work stopping you. You gotta take time off. Like, you got all the time in the world. So I'll get you a ticket. You go with me. I'll pay for your food. We'll have a great time. And you know what? We had a phenomenal time. It was worth it.
I love that. I love that. And I just noticed there was a little peculiar setup, the castle barricade with the a Rooney gate on it. And I think that part of the idea there was if they used a Hibana, then if you step away from the Rooney gate, it then zaps the Hibana pellets.
Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of control how you want to deal with it, right? Like, if it's a grenade, it'll just burn the Rooney gate off the rip, maybe. If it's an Hibana or something, you can kind of choose to trick it. It's, pretty nice. And just in general, it takes 2 pieces of utility now to deal with that single castle barricade. So all is good. Now, name's Dave. I like this. You're sopping in, getting the Monty. That's what I meant on defense with the drones. Just get on a really hard-to-kill operator that you might not be the playmaker, but you can share your information to your teammates. The problem is, relays is on the Clash, which makes it very challenging to play a Monty because you'll keep getting stunned and exposed.
Yeah, Relays loves a bit of Clash. He played a hell of a lot of it on EP. What's happened
he's
here to
down.
Name's Dave? How does he manage to get downed? That's a big opening here for the Chiefs and Zero as well. Walks straight up and Neptune finds another one before he's finally dispatched with. But Loyal has been fragged out. It's all up to ACOG now, 1v4. And the Clash is staring at him. He's trapped here in the airlock. What to do about it?
Help.
When he's being stared down by this Clash, Relays can just toy with him. Wow, is that a C4 shot out of midair? NS in the chat from Neptune. He's got 1 EMP he could use on the Clash when he thinks it's his time to move forward, but never mind. Lunchbox has the angle. It's a 5th round on the board for Chiefs, and they are edging closer and closer to that elusive 7th round.
I mean, it's so cheeky of them to play the Clash here. Again, they're saying, if you want to bring the shields, you're not going to find much success. It's hard to deal with us. And again, we saw how well teams can use this operator. Enterprise literally won 2 rounds individually from just the Clash enablement of helping their teammates, getting a counter defuse, blocking off lines of sight. And I think Names Dave had a bit of a bad timing. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I think when the smoke grenade came out, he unextended the shield so that he could sprint forward. And then Castle just like shot to the smoke at like feet level, I guess, and just kind of injured him in like 4 bullets because the MP does like 46 or 52 damage a bullet now with the extended
10
barrel.
million.
10 million Gazillion damage now per bullet.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, I generally believe that you should make support operators have some sort of edge, right? Either Castle UMP has like more damage than Pulse because like the gadget is not worse but different. Like, if DMRs didn't have ACOG and you could pick 3 defenders to give the ACOG to, there is no world where Echo doesn't get it, right?
Yeah.
Like, like Echo is that kind of, he's far away, he's lurking, deep angle, etc.
It makes sense for him and Maestro to have it, right? Like, of all the operators.
Yeah, Echo, Maestro, Rook, or Dark, like those kinds of operators, like Hibana, Thatcher, Thermite, like you're going to attack. But the issue is, if you gave Echo the ACOG as like the only defender, it's just like a Rooney, except instead of putting down passive utility in the Rooney gets and barbed wire, you have active yoga drones that nobody would ever use. So you pick it for the gun, you die, and that's the problem.
Very true.
Yeah.
Well, Jeez,
They're about
now,
to sprint in, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to hold off on this push from Rock LFO. I don't know what player was doing, though, because coming around the corner, it's Names Dave. He joins the fray with the pistol from the Blitz and finds a big kill. 5v3, Loyalth as well, deep inside of Garage. Snow looking to try and join him. Man, there's a lot of action going down off the bomb site, and that really does, as you say, make the site so free. Names Dave is just creating so much of a distraction, and hold on a second, that's a defender underneath the hatch, taking down the attacker up above. It's a good trade for relays, as is locked in place by the Lion scan. Rock LFO still have a massive advantage.
If Names Dave gets caught off guard now and dies the blitz to a toe shot, that could change the conversation very quickly, to be fair. And they're looking for this flank. They hear the blitz, they see him. Look for the toes. There's one bullet. There it is. Injury confirmed. This changed the conversation. Either Rock and the rush the bomb site now, playing 3v1.
Oh my God.
Oh, they get shot down by Katana.
Wow. All right, he doesn't need the ACOG, does he? The Echo? No, he just needs a chance to shine. Big round from Chiefs, a 2 versus 5. Can't believe it. But with that, they're now on to a 6th round. It's map point. Lunchbox isn't even there. Where's Lunchbox? Oh, there he is.
He keeps disappearing. God, Kenna, man.
What's he doing, man?
Bro was on the bomb site as Echo on the Yokai, trying to assist the roamers. His teammate dies in open area from the attacker beneath the hatch, and Yakina is like, snap, I need to get off the cab and help my teammates. And then he just locks down the lobby drop. I was about to say, the moment the blitz dies, there are 2 options for Rock LFO. Either full send rush the bomb site, which they did. Didn't work out, but it's the right play to do. The other option is that you freeze, and you just get out the flank Jones, see if you can chase the guy on the roam, or hunt the guy on the side, or just try and go for a plant play against the Yokais. They went for the rush trap, they got shot down, they lost the gunfights. Chiefs, the rounds that they have no business winning, they will win 2. They have been very clutch throughout today so far.
Yeah, Rock LFO only have 1 kill in... Oh, what, how many rounds was it? It was 2 rounds in the first half. They only got 1 kill. We've had a flawless. We've had a couple of rounds where they've only found a single kill across the whole round. Like, it's just been a bit of a drought here for Rock LFO. I mean, you think that you ban the Goyo and the smoke, you're going to be going for executes, right? But Chiefs aren't allowing that. They're playing this roam, this aggressive game. They're really dictating the pace, which I think is such a good way to lean into the bans at present. Also interesting to me, so Chiefs, they're not going to go to the top floor because even though they've banned the Ace and the Hibana, they just think that they're going to have more luck down on this Starframe bomb site. Rock LFO now have, well, not many second chances now.
None at all. It's now or never for this map. So they're very dependent on an opening pick, dependent on Names Dave finding a good entry with the blitz. Just gotta execute together. Like, make sure they get that 2v1. They can force a push somewhere. Because you know Chiefs, if you want to give them a gunfight, they'll happily take it. So you gotta make it into your advantage.
Well, in goes the blitz. Out goes the Dokkaebi Core. Lunchbox cleanses it using the Mew Jammer. His name's Dave. Makes his way to the stairs. He's held at bay by this Banshee. So I'm going to do a lot from here. Chiefs just has to... I mean, look at this. Neptune on the bomb site. He's got an absolute...
What is this?
Fortress created by those keeper barriers. And players on for a flank as well here with the Qaid. This is very deadly here for Chiefs. I mean, Rock LFO don't have a lot of ways in.
There's 2 players below. They have player on the silver stairs and Jakena in lockers behind him watching his flank. They really are banking on this spot being high in value, because if they go for a main attack, there are only 2 defenders and a third from Kitchen technically that could stop that push.
I mean, if player gets in a position, he could throw his Nitro up from the open hatch.
It is true.
But he's not really in position to do that at the moment. Might go for a flank through Archives instead if it comes to it.
I mean, they're so slow from Rock LFO. Chiefs haven't done anything in the serve for the last minute, and yet the timer is just taken away. Now player finds a pick on the Cyro, so They retake Archives control for a flank. There's an enemy
Hello?
right by him. There's a blitz. Help.
Oh my
please.
God!
He's dead.
Names Dave gets completely deleted. 3v5 now for Rock LFO. As ACOG finally finishes off Jacana. Loyalty is on the floor, and Snow with Diffuser has to rotate down from the top floor. Looks to try and hunt down Player. They know exactly where he was, but great shot from Player. It's just Loyal left the last one standing. 1v3. There's no hope in hell for him to win this round. As he rounds the corner, Player finds him, and with that, the map is done and dusted. Rock LFO only find 2 rounds on bank, and they need a hell of a lot more than that to come back. Chalet coming up after this.
He gets it just in time! It is Apex Norman!
They are the best that this region has got to offer.
Chiefs have had an unbelievable day with 2 8-7s to kick off the start of the play day, and now they're on the verge of making it through to the lower bracket final. Just one more map, Pengu, that's all they need to put away Rock LFO and get their next match up against Man LFO booked for next weekend.
And they're only just warming up. It's almost like the first DO3 today was the warm-up, because they were a lot more locked in, playing a bit more discipline, getting a couple of pocket strats in there, and still they have that clutch potential. So the rounds that they probably should be losing, the clutch comes in, they win them regardless, and the rounds where it's not needed to clutch, well, they're just clean rounds. So overall, a fantastic bank. Rounds at Rock LFO are playing with us up. I gotta say it.
Yeah, sadly we don't get to see Rock LFO at their full power because Machine is out of power. So yeah, it's a rough position to be in if you're a Rock LFO player or fan. But yeah, for Chiefs, I think a lot of us expected them to run the lower bracket. They are just one step closer to that match in the grand final. Of course, unless they make it all the way to the grand final, we actually won't get to see Chiefs versus Enterprise at all, because Chiefs were knocked down into this lower bracket by Anios, not by EP. And of course, Anios are now out of the tournament. But of course, that's a 7-2 on Bank. That's the first map done. That was Chiefs' map pick. Next up is Chalet, and you know, there's a chance it could be a little bit of a different story. We haven't seen Rock LFO play Chalet since last weekend when they played against Anios. They won comfortably, but they also lost it in their opening play day against Man LFO. Chiefs also have played Chalet against Anios. They beat them as well. In fact, both these teams beat Anios with the exact same scoreline on this exact same map. Take of that what you will, but it may come down to just this for Rock LFO. It's a last chance, a last-ditch effort to survive here in the lower bracket and keep that dream alive. For Chiefs, it's the chance to push and push deeper and deeper, run this gauntlet, and get that match that they want with their old teammates in that grand final against Enterprise.
Why did Laurel say good luck, have fun, the rigged admin said?
I assume the admin said it first in the chat, and then he was like,
And he said, that's what he said.
I don't know, maybe he was just catching us up to date, making sure that we know what was said in the chat, you know, before the game started.
It's good to know that we have nice admins. Very good to know. Huh? Huh? No?
We
You
do.
don't
Our
think the breakdown
admin's a little bit filthy, though. Unfortunately.
Filthy? Filthy?
They know what
In
I
a
mean.
nice way.
They know what I mean.
Yeah,
In a nice
exactly.
way. Yeah, absolutely.
They're sick nasty.
Yeah, they're nasty.
They nasty with it.
They nasty with it. You know what else is pretty nasty? Is these operator bands, man. Whoa, what a segue, James. You're so good at this. I love a Warden band.
Okay.
I just love a Warden ban. Like, nothing tickles me quite like a Warden ban. But sadly, the Ying was also banned out. One thing I don't get here for Rock LFO is, like, why don't you just ban the Clash first, ban the Warden second, because they might have let the Ying through. You know?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, actually.
I know I'm right. Thank you.
Yeah, but so it's funny because I looked at it and I thought it was opposite. So I was like, oh, they banned the Ying in response, but yeah, they did. But as you said, if you do it secondly, then they would have to do it as a tertiary ban or predict it. They can't react to it. So you're right. You probably would do the Clash ban first, like the non-niche operator. Because the whole thing about the Warden ban is that you can spam glass Ying, but if you show it as the first operator ban, now you can ban one of those two operators and not get the full effect. So
yeah, I guess the other half of that is maybe they wanted to hide the Clash ban for as long as possible to prevent a shield ban. But regardless, Relays goes for a jump out and gets destroyed. Oh, he was spawn peeking. Okay, that's a bit of a strange decision. Very aggressive. Wow. ACOG's taking a hell of a lot of damage now as well. Both him and Loyal low HP.
Mind you, the hatch is not open just yet, so that has to be done with the Glaive secondary shotgun from Neb. Needs to have that escape route. Nate comes out as well. Blackbeard beneath him. Somehow he doesn't get the kill. Laura instead gets it. Neb goes down for free. Two attackers low on health. Again, this round can turn very quickly if they find Loyal and ACOG. Then it's a 3v3, even Steven. But for now, it's not going to fall to a great...
Won't make this easy for them. Kiba activated.
Mirror windows are pretty powerful here, though. For I mean, absolutely worth you kill a Twitch drone. Twitch drones are very powerful on this map, especially when you're fighting against things. Okay, Jakenically ignores the Blackbeard and loses his life to him. Interesting choice. Can't disrespect the BB. Lunchbox though gets aggressive, finds one. ACOG has been low HP for ages and yet still done so much damage.
Just got a C4 in pocket. That could find it. Oh, the nade though, careful! It's just Lunchbox left alone. 1v4. And here comes the BB. He's gonna push on in. ADS, good for 3 kills on the round. A little bit disjointed there from the side of Chiefs. The hatch and bar wasn't open, so Relays can't get any help once he dies, or they can't trade his body rather once he dies. And the whole round plays out on Blue Stairs Library, with the bomb site being on the other end of the map in Master Bedroom. A conscious choice there from Chiefs to fight back that early, but good counterplay from Rock LFO.
Love to see it from Rock. The Chiefs now, I guess they have a couple decisions to make. All right, so firstly, the Blackbeard was really difficult. Do we bring a specific operator to counter it? If so, what do we do? Do we keep using this mirror while it's unbanned? Very powerful on this map, but mostly just in that mezzanine position and not as powerful on other bomb sites. A lot of questions here for Chiefs. Nice to see a few quick laughs and smiles from Rock LFO. Man, what is this forehead cam from Zero? Oh! We saw a brief forehead moment there from Dave. Oh!
He's just hiding behind the monitors.
Come on, move that monitor, mate. Move that camera. I want to see your beautiful face.
Yeah, I feel like if you put the webcam on the monitor itself, it would be like straight to his forehead. So instead he puts it behind the monitor, but now it's just half a monitor instead. It's one of those.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So who's Ollie? Do you know?
Good question.
Oh, you don't know the players like that, huh? You just know them as Relays and Neb and Laurel. You don't know who's Ollie?
Let me check, bro. Jeez.
Okay. I'm just saying. I thought you guys were tied over in O's.
Relays and Loyal both have the name Oliver. So I assume he's talking to Relays.
Okay.
There are some players that I feel like are more likely to get called by their first name than others. I think it depends on the team, obviously, but I've noticed the trend tends to be the top-level teams with organizations and support staff tend to be more likely to call each other by their real names. I feel like it's a common trend for, like, when you've got, you know, an org or you've got a coach that's experienced, they'll say, use your real names because it builds a bit more familial team chemistry. So I know, like, you know, Chiefs, the old Chiefs, that is, you know, Enterprise, they typically would call each other by their real names. So yeah, maybe he was talking to Relays. I believe they used to call Relays Ollie on EP.
Okay. We had a different mindset in G2 Penta. We used real names when it's very serious, personal, or emotional, and player names for just general usage.
That's
so
cool.
if Fabian would go, Nick, like, listen up, dude. Like, I know it's heavy. Whereas if it is Pingo, what the hell, man? It's more like, you know.
That's kind of cool. It means you can be critical of your teammates in a way that is less personal. Like, so you can say, Pengu, that was a terrible, like, I hate your idea, like, we can't do that. And you're not going to take it as personally. And then you can say, Nick, I'm really sorry about, you know, what happened in your personal life, and create that kind of distinction. I think that's actually cool. I never thought of it like that.
That's kind of what we opted for. But it also depends on what people's names are. Like, especially, like, if you have a really hard to pronounce player name or a very long player name, well, then name is like Ollie. You might just say Ollie because it's faster in the server than saying potato, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big wow from player. I don't know what he saw.
He was shook, dude. He got shot down. Balls of steel.
I guess Ciro made a crazy ballsy play.
He sent it. He sent it as Brava, which is quite surprising, to be fair. Lucky balls.
Nice.
Rocking the M80 skin, by the way, on the Para from Cyro.
Realize is in the hot seat right now, getting targeted by the Deimos, and he's in the most important position on this bomb site, which is playing half wall. Some good players can stay here for ages, but you're right, the nades are about to come through. It's fine, easy kill for him. Takes down Loyal. Oh, Snow gets very aggressive, runs straight up to half wall with a final bullet, takes him down. ACOG joins as well as Jakena goes down inside a piano. That is the top floor almost cleared, just Lunchbox left. But Rock LFO have got to be careful. They can't afford to forget about Lunchbox on the top floor here. Oh, beautiful.
That's an awkward fight. Great shot there from Namestay with the wall bang. And Neb in a 1v4 now against the Blackbeard and Deimos Tracker. He's going to be in a world of hurt momentarily.
Nice.
Somehow finds the wall bang onto the Blackbeard. That kind of changes things a little bit here. I don't know if they have a red tracker for the Deimos. Oh, they do. Tracker's being started.
Impact, but it's a little bit too late to cover off that position. Oh, bit of damage on a Dave, but Snow finishes it off with the pistol. Nice attempt there from Neptune, but a good round from Rock LFO. They found that tiny advantage, and then they just brought it back further and further until they had it converted. Chiefs now showing, okay, it's not going to be super easy on this defensive side. Rock LFO have got a bit of bite to them after all.
They do. They're very much fighting back here in Chalet. Something that we didn't see much of them from, or much from them on Bank. Maybe they're too focused on trying to execute in step 1, 2, 3 and kind of play it off the utility, because now they're just picking the Blackbeard and now also the Deimos and just walking in the building with it. Even Cyro picking the Brava and just running to lobby fireplace and getting a kill onto player. That's a play that we did not see from them on Bank. They were not taking that same kind of risk. And I think it's catching Chiefs a bit by surprise as well. He tries to get Ollie.
Here he is again in the old chat.
I think from memory, Relays plays with chat off. I feel like somebody told me that.
You ready for the best Essentials rush you've seen in your life? Dork. Damn, we don't even get calling names, man. That's pretty heavy, isn't it? That's a lot.
I'm pretty sure he plays with chat off.
Yeah. Also, what's more, I mean, like, this is just a note to anyone who does smack talk in the all chat. Like, if you're in prep phase as an attacker and you're talking in the all chat, like, come on, of course they're not gonna, like, they're doing setup, they're not gonna respond. Like, if you're a real Giga Chat, if you're talking smack and you're doing it in prep phase on the defense, that's when you're a real Giga Chat energy, because you're like, I'm so chill, I don't even need to do my setup, I can shit talk instead.
Drone phase? Nah, phone phase. Come on now. You think people drone in prep phase? Well, hopefully at this level they do, but maybe L'Oreal had the flying drone in basement and didn't need to do much moving. We'll see. Yeah, instead of rush, I don't see no rush happening. They're going to office.
Changing mags.
Very close there for Reloads. Takes quite a lot of damage on his retreat.
No shield. So Smoke got the shield back in the last patch, but has brought barbed wire this round, which again they need one piece of barbed wire, or one set, and they have brought it. Actually, sorry, there's a shield from Nep. I just don't see it anywhere on the map. It's not top mezzanine, it's not top blue, so I guess it's by the bomb site.
That's weird.
Which is surprising to me.
Yeah, usually wouldn't see a shield anywhere except for top mezzanine or top blue.
Ooh.
Very strange.
Know exactly where he is.
Oh, nice. Oof.
I'm reloading!
Chikenna's lucky to have survived that. Sura is the perfect operator here with the Lion to be playing this position. It doesn't need to rotate anywhere else for his util, and he's got the DMR to take down the Akiba barriers. However, with Loyal and Snow going down, Chiefs are looking rock solid on this top floor. Even the Blackbeard tempting fate by pushing aggressively isn't going to be putting that much pressure on Chiefs. And guess who's gone for a flank? It's Ollie himself. He sees no drones are watching his position, and it's free real estate for Relays. What does he achieve here?
I don't think they have any idea that he's flanking. No one's looking for it. No yellow pings.
Freebie. Oh, good frag, though, from ACOG. Ironically, with the holo sight, but he does manage to dispatch with Relays quite quickly. 2v3, kind of winnable here for the Rock LFO boys. I mean, if Dave and ACOG put their heads together, this looks very winnable.
You arguably don't want to go for that second pick if you're Relays. Just play the 4v2, fall back, play numbers, but sometimes you just feel that confidence and you go for the second swing. Toxic Babe, stall out 2 different locations, keep the third one spare in pocket. Mind you, player is quite low on health here on the smoke. 1 or 2 bullets will be injured or killed. And that right there is the final gas. So in 5 seconds from now on, Rock LFO should get the push started.
Nep can go for a flank here on Dave whenever he wants. Dave needs to land this
ugly.
kill, but he doesn't land
It's
any
ugly.
bullets. Here comes Nep, up from the basement, up for both kills, and Chiefs back in control again, looking much more solid now as they win that defensive round. They're finally on the board. Rock LFO, don't need to be too stressed about that. You win some, you lose some. No cause for concern yet.
I mean, Rock LFO already got the same round count as the entirety of Bank, right? They finished 7-2. Now they are 2-1. Blackbeard ban, not surprised. You mentioned just a few rounds ago how pivotal that it's been. They just send in the Blackbeard, follow through, get the kills. Asami ban responds. We just saw how strong Asami is, even with the DMR on the Ivy window. It just, you keep chucking out those keeper barriers. You gotta keep shooting them, reloading, shooting, reloading, and it buys a bit of an opening for the defenders. This might make the library holding the extended roam game a lot more difficult for Chiefs' defense. So they gotta maybe go to something else. It could be C4 play, it could be traps, could be deployable shields and playing more utility upstairs.
Come on,
Because
Mira,
holding
man.
libraries
bring
is
that
not
Mira
gonna
back,
happen.
I feel. You know,
Yeah,
hold on
could
to
do some Mira
library
stuff.
with Mira. Even if you want, like, bring Kaid or Bandit as well. Force this, like, force a more diverse operator lineup here from Rock LFO. Because firstly, ban the Blackbeard. Not only does that get rid of his shield, but now if Rock LFO want to bring his shield, they lose a set of nades. Right at the moment, the only nades in the lineup are going to be the Lion and then oh, sorry, you got the Deimos as well. There's actually quite a lot of nades in this lineup.
It's probably gonna be Deimos more or less every single round, and then occasionally you'll get like the Lion or the Solid Snake that has a singular one in this case.
Yeah.
So you're right, like they are gonna lose technically 1 frag grenade by playing Solid Snake and Deimos instead of Deimos and Blackbeard.
But if Chiefs had added a Mira to this lineup, perhaps with, you know, a... I don't know. I mean, like, you could even go Kaid or Bandit as well to support the Mira window. That really just forces a much more diverse operator lineup from Rock LFO, because obviously the Kaid/Bandit counters both the Hibana, the Ace, and even the Ash as well, at carrying those mirrors.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly right. I do agree with you. I do think Chiefs could do more to challenge the attacker repick here from Rock LFO. Make them choose between what they can bring. Gunfight 50-50. Looks the wrong way. The wrong second. Player caught off guard. You died in the exact same spot to Cyro only like, what, 2 rounds ago. Now caught in dining hallway again. It means one of those C4s from downstairs removed from play. And that kind of plays into the strategy. This is going to make Chiefs' upstairs defense a lot harder. They can stall the 2-bar for a bit longer, try and keep these walls intact, but they're going to get opened eventually. They can't stop that from happening.
Yeah, so I feel like the Kaid to be better than the Tubera here. Just does the same thing, but it forces the problem solving from Rock. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What's the Mute really achieving, I guess? Like, is that trying to protect against the Deimos and the Snake, maybe? Hard to say. Because I don't think that Chikenna is actually playing on top of a Mute Jammer and Piano. Anyway, wow, what a shot from Loyal. That's a tilter for Relays. Chiefs are really struggling to find much success here. Oh my god, Snow obliterates Chikenna. The top floor is thankfully for Rock LFO. Theirs for free. And now Lunchbox 1v5. Good luck, mate. You're going to need it.
Yeah, that's a brutal one. Here comes the Blitz. Here comes the Solid Snake. Here come they all.
Oh,
That's one.
that wasn't him, mate. That was not the snake. And now
I'm
he's
not sure
deep
he
in the bomb
realized
site.
that.
Cutting off the line of sight. Nice second shot
Oh.
here for Lunchbox. At what point do we start believing here? Tracked by the Deimos, but that, of course, information goes both directions. Immediately gets cancelled. Now they know where he is. If the Deimos track was still going, he could make vert. I don't know why Snow cancelled the track. I don't believe you walked into a mute jammer. The track comes out again here for Snow. Dave needs to get up in his face while Snow goes for the vert above. But no, Snow instead goes for the fight directly. It was a 1v5, but thankfully Names Dave prevents it from happening. Finally gets that kill. But man, Lunchbox did a hell of a lot of damage finding 3 players. Chiefs now in pretty dire straits. They're down 3-1 on their defensive side. They need to lock in for these final 2 rounds of the half.
He even juked and evaded the Blitz flash, actually. He didn't realize how close he was, I guess. But I mean, that was just Rock LFO in full control. They find the first, the second, great individual swings. They pick apart the top floor. They get the Deimos trackers activated. I mean, this vault shot is also ridiculous, by the way, from Snow. But nothing's going wrong. Rock LFO are fighting back. They're taking their gunfights. They're playing with confidence. Pretty much all the things they are missing from Bank. And Names Dave also getting very active. He's 3 kills. He's highly impactful on the Blitz. And he's progressing the rounds nicely for his team. Kind of replacing ACOG's Blackbeard role since that was target banned on the after the 3rd round.
Seconds left before insertion.
And we finally see the Kaid, Pengu, but it's for a grim reason. And the reason is that we're going down to the basement. This bomb site is terrifying at a high level. Trying to defend basement, there's so much high breachability, there's so much vert potential as well. We have the Ram brought to the table by Ciro. Only one hard breacher though here in the Thermite from ACOG, which means that if we find an early pick here from Chiefs onto that Thermite, I mean, the round is pretty much done. Like, if your Thermite dies early, that's pretty much it. I don't know why Dave is aggressive so early. Neptune finds him. Is there a player prone inside
He's
of
prone,
games?
yeah.
Yeah, it's Snow. He gets that 1v1, thankfully, but you really just need to back outside again.
Bit of an awkward situation downstairs in the game room. But, I mean, 1-for-1, Blitz and Melusi. I'm going to say a word for your Chiefs. The game's shenanigans can continue. Meanwhile, the bomb site is all the way downstairs, so none of this really matters for the late stage. We still got to see Thermite using these exothermic charges, the Ram using the Boogie drones, the Solid Snake getting the roam clear. I'm curious with the Aurora, because now you can close off, like, the bomb site doors. Let's say you go main breach, right? You can close off the blue door, connect the door. Let's say you go for backside. You can close off the blue door and connect the door. You can really isolate that basement bomb site if they can get there reliably with the last 4 attackers alive and get all those walls open up against a Bandit Kaid. Which might be hard because they don't have any EMPs.
Boogies a go!
What's Relay's going to be able to achieve on his flank is my question. He's got these impacts. Oh, beautiful shot from Lunchbox, man. It's starting to be really costly, the fact that Rock lost that shield of Names Dave early on in the rounds. The fewer players on the board here, the harder it is for an execute.
All about timing. They got those yellow pings. Timing's bad though. But did they hear that? I don't think they know necessarily that the flank is happening. They got the Verticunes against them as well later on, possibly.
Uh-oh.
OE.
See you later, Loyal. And the Vert now works in favor of Relays up on the top floor. He just needs to make sure not to press the issue too much here. ACOG wants to go for a plant, but anywhere he does plant is going to be exposed to the vertical all the way on the top floor. Beautiful shot there from Relays. 0-1v2. You know, it is winnable, but the defuse is going to be held onto by Relays. He doesn't even have to move. He can go upstairs and deny the plant. Realistically, Sira has to go for the kill here. Relays just hides back. He knows he's got the vertical potential. And Jukena as well has got a million angles onto his position. Zero's going to have to go hunting, so he goes upstairs.
Nice.
Neptune's just taunting in the old chat. And a nice close from Jukena. Finally, another round for the Chiefs on the least played bomb site, no less. That is a big confidence booster, but the job's not done yet. One more round to tie the half.
I was thinking earlier, actually, will we see that base and bomb site? We've seen a lot of, let's say, fourth priority bomb sites, right? When we saw Bank, we saw Archives Pillars, almost never played. When we saw Consulate earlier, also by Chiefs, we saw the split bomb site, server and also Archives Pillars, actually, and both bomb sites, yeah. So, now we're seeing Bank, oh my god, my brain is fried, man. We're seeing Basement on Chalet. A lot of bombs that we don't see very often, and actually finding pretty decent success.
You know what else we're seeing, or not seeing, I should say? Amira.
No.
Where's my Mira,
Yeah,
man? It's funny because like I'm the number one like don't ban Mira in rank, just counter her kind of guy, but also like Azami's banned, Clash is banned. Play Mira. She's freelo. Just like force Rock LFO to problem solve a bit more.
I mean, at least they listened when it came to the Kai 2 Brawl, right? We spoke about why the Mute 2 Brawl when you can play Kai 2 Brawl. They brought that now, twice. So, they're playing on the wall denial instead, perhaps. But for this bomb site in particular, I'm not sure what your 2 Bro kiting. If it's just like for the inconvenience factor.
Oh wow, they really want to create a fortress out of this room.
So they're expecting a master bedroom push.
But you're exposed to the window. Like,
yeah.
This
partially.
is... I mean,
yeah.
Why? This seems kind of... I don't know.
I'm not sure it's full cooked. Maybe it's half cooked. But
I don't get it.
They're expecting a master bedroom push, and then they want to disrupt them from opening up the wall. But the wall works both ways. Most defenders play a soft wall and a reinforced wall and have a crossfire. Instead, they're kind of giving up the crossfire to the enemy. He's just in there. Hello, Blitz.
Hello there, name's Dave.
Can you just do this? Yeah, maybe.
2 rounds in a row. Dave is dead very early on, soloing with the Blitz.
He just rushed 3 people in library, and no one else pushed anywhere on the map.
His name's Dave, all right? His name is Dave.
And he had the diffuser, by the way. He had the diffuser, James.
Oh, my goodness. Not a great start here for Rock. 2 kills back in their favor, though, but Lunchbox has still got control of Office, so he's given a freebie as well. Seriously bloodied, but still with a chance. Just not a lot of map control, and like you said, no diffuser. But a great operator here in the Solid Snake to try and bring it back. I don't think Neptune's going to overexpose to this angle, Loyal. I don't think you'll get a freebie here.
Hostile near me.
Knows that there's one on the mezzanine. Yeah, and then he knows one's in the box as well. How do you isolate these kills?
Count to 0 to make the play first. Has 2 frag grenades, there out goes 1. Looking for the Kai, but Neb is not overswinging it whatsoever. He's playing it very disciplined.
Freebie.
And the second he does, he gets the freebie, and the second, beautiful round for Chiefs.
Yeah, 4-2 split, and the Chiefs are looking damn solid.
Can't let you
Another banger.
I like that.
I mean the track, not the game. It's not quite as
Okay,
much.
Come on, that's a bit of shade.
It's not quite as much of a banger as the 8787 from earlier today from Chiefs. I mean, come on, guys. Give us another
Well,
87.
Bangers can be bangers for different reasons, right?
Yeah.
The 8-7 was only 8-7 because Chiefs were trolling a little bit on that game. Okay? And they're all locked in on Bank, and they're not trolling here in Chalet, but they're being very tested by Rock LFO.
Yeah, they've
Is
locked
every
in a bit.
8-7 a banger, would you say? Or no? Like, is by default a 7-7 into an 8-7 always a banger?
No, not necessarily. And look, there are some
But
7-0s that are bangers. I feel like I've seen some great quick games as well. You know what they say? Quick game's a
I
good
still
game.
don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened here. Like, so I've been thinking about this during the vibe check. Like, Names Dave rushed the blitz into library with diffuser, and every other teammate of his was outside the building on drones. Like, I don't know if they were trying to distract the players in library and go for a side rush, but then they realized halfway through, hey, the blitz has the case. What do we do now?
I think his Uber Eats arrived and he had to go answer the door, so he's just like, guys, I'm just going to quickly this rush.
It's like, sorry guys, we gotta send it real quick. You're like, no, you have to, no, too late. Come back. We've all been there, right? Like, we're doing something on the other side. We're like, guys, I'm gonna spawn peek and die. They're like, sure. But then you get the kill, and then you gotta go for a second spawn peek and try and die faster.
Yeah, exactly. I was playing a game of Ranked the other day with one of my good friends who's actually working on this broadcast right now, I believe, Mr. Sky, who's usually one of our observers. I think he's been producing recently. And I can't remember what he had to do. He had to go run and do something. So started prep phase, he's like, I'm just going to spawn peek. And I'm like, yeah, cool, that's fair enough. And he picks like Vigil or something. And I'm like, wait, why are you... If you're going to spawn peek, pick like
Play
something
some
with
trap
you.
operators.
Yeah, like put some traps down or something. It's like, what? pick like, at least pick Rook, man. Like, give me some armor or something.
It's health, actually.
Oh, whatever, you know.
Yeah. There you go. It is true. That's a good point. It's same when people they pick like the tuber owl for the DMR and they go spawn. I'm like, bro,
Oh, that's painful.
at least pick a Rooney then if you want the DMR. Like, don't give me this active util death in pocket situation.
There's this one guy I keep versing in ranked these days. He's just solo queuing all the time. I just keep like playing against him, and without fail, every round he plays tuber owl and he spawn peaks without fail. It's hilarious. Like, as soon as I see him on the other team, I was like, all right, I'm gonna check for spawn peaks then, I guess.
Well, I played ranked 2 days ago and I played against a Kali Kavera. Wait, hold up a second. The Blitz is rushing in. Player gets the kill. Good cut off. Every round they play Kali and Kavera, and they are like dropping double digits.
That's insane.
Obviously, they're not trolling. After the game finished, we won in max OT. Enemy, the former tier 1 French pro player from like back in the day, typed GG in my chat and said, I'm on a 0 to champion account journey, only playing Kali and Kavera. I'm like, bro, you were destroying us. We thought either you were cheating or that you were just some crazy smurf.
That's
angle,
insane.
by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, talking about cheating, I feel like that should be not allowed from Names Day. What is that?
That is a disgusting angle.
That is insane, bro. Man has got the tech. Tell you what though, Lunchbox very low HP. Be careful. Nitro Cell ripped. It finds the down, and even though Names Dave can get punished by player, still that blitz is on the floor, and Rock LFO have a numbers advantage. We need to have a big play from player and relays, but relays has been finished off. It's now player up against 3.
A little quick 1v3 action. Got that
Nice
DMR,
shot.
finds the first one. Don't give this guy the freebies, guys.
Ace time.
Is there any world... you cannot see Lunchbox. He's injured in the hallway. There's no chance. Just gonna say, what if he could reach him?
It's hard
His
as well.
BP in the flower pot is a problem.
Yeah, and it's very hard to destroy that bulletproof camera. Hard to get the angle onto
Does he...
it.
You know it's there, right? He sees it.
Yeah, I still have the audio call though, so it's not perfect. Watching for Gumine is a good idea while you're so low on HP. He's got 2 nades, but he is obviously covered off from ACOG. Good round for Rock LFO. They prevented that aggression, and let's be honest, it all came down to Names Dave, my hero. What a beautiful angle for him.
hero. Oh, it is a nasty angle. Definitely caught his opponents by surprise.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Now I'm gonna have to watch that every ranked game.
Yeah, every time I see a hole there, gotta watch my angles. It used to be that you could actually kind of boost yourself on top of like the chassis on the bomb sites back in the day. And there was this angle on Bank CEO defense where you could see and shoot above the reinforcement from the chassis and CEO to top square double door. And you could literally watch the walk-in from that position. So if the enemy didn't go in the window or repels, you had that on lock every single round. It was disgusting. Nowadays, you kind of slide off most elevated positions, so no longer doable. And Asami keeper barrier boost spots are not allowed in competitive play, so don't get any funny ideas because there are some nasty boost spots. But not allowed.
Saw someone in a crazy spot the other day. I'm trying to remember where it was. I don't know. It was on top of an area that I just did not think you could get on top of.
Was it on Cafe?
I think it was in Cafe Kitchen or something like that.
It was on Kitchen. Exactly. I know what you mean.
Is that an illegal boost spot?
It's an Asami boost spot. I had it against me in ranked where I was playing classic Monty round. I jump in the window and prep after getting a couple of kills. I'm like, there's an Asami proning on top of the thing. I'm like, how do I call that? I just killed her. But I was like, dude, he did the thing. It's like a TikTok trick. But not allowed in comp play, sadly. Or happily, probably.
Sadly? No, that's...
happily. I'm not a player. Actually, sadly, because I'm a spectator, but happy when I was a player. Because if I died to that as a player, I'm not happy.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that, one of your jobs as like a coach or an analyst for these pro teams is probably to watch all the latest Coconut Bra TikToks to see what the kids are doing these days.
Cowboy from Kinotrope, I actually follow his YouTube channel years ago. Yeah. And I've been using his tricks in my coaching when I was working in PSG.
No way.
That's definitely a thing.
ACOG's getting cooked alive by Lunchbox's fire, but thankfully he somehow gets out of it. Usually you don't survive that. Somehow he managed to sneak down the hatch.
What now? They don't get their pick. Nobody's overstepping into fireplace for a freebie. That means two separate players from teams just watching passive angles. Oh, hold up. I see a Thatcher. I see a Blitz. They're going to go for a plant and EMP those C4s.
I like this plant spot as well. And I love this backstab from Relays. And now Rock LFO are constantly worried about where the hell are these players at? Are they snuck into mud again? Hard to say. Lunchbox will go down, but with the Blitz still up, I mean, this is extra impossible now. Just such good coverage here from the Chiefs. They have pretty much every single position you could possibly ask for. Relays has a beautiful long angle. And while Loyalty's finished off Nap, doesn't really matter. Player can also sneak back into sight, waste more time. It's all up to Names Dave now. Relays has found 3, player finishes it off, and the Chiefs are back in business. 4-4 on the scoreboard.
Very beautiful there. Worth noting, Names Dave actually did throw out a Kite Claw before the C4 trying to bait out the EMP. I didn't actually see whether or not they took the bait, because there were 4 EMPs left for Thatcher when the round was over. You start with 6. So I'm not sure if they EMP'd the Kite Claw, reloaded, and then EMP'd the C4, or if they consciously did not EMP the Kite Claw, expecting it to be a fake and only therefore waiting for the C4. But either way, Names Dave tried to have the counterplay.
Yeah, it's a cool idea there. And yeah, of course, the first time we saw that was from Surf, Shopify Rebellion at SI. Yeah. They used the recruit sentry with a proxy alarm. But it works on so many different operators, Kaid being one of them. And Kaid's a good example where sometimes there are bomb sites where you probably only need or want one claw. Like, if it's not a map like Clubhouse or something where there's multiple hatches or walls you want to protect, like there's a lot of walls on this map where you probably only want one. May as well just keep the other in pocket and use it like that. But yeah, I don't know how Chiefs knew about it, but you can actually time it pretty well. Like, the Thatcher reload is quick, but if you're fast enough, you can toss out the claw, toss out the C4.
Yeah.
And
it's all about timing.
Yeah, I don't think the Thatcher's quick enough to reload in time.
I do like the interaction with Thatcher. Like, in a way, the whole like bait and switch mental game I think is very interesting to watch when it does happen. On the other side, I do feel a bit helpless against the Thatcher because there isn't any real counterplay. It's like, you can try and fake it out, but if they don't go for it, then you have no control over the outcome. It's not like bandit tricking where you have sound cues and you can choose left or right and whatever else that you got going for you. Different timings, great swing from Snow, full confidence. Again, Rocket LFO, very different to Bank. They are completely just challenging the entries. He's not phased by the Blackbeard either.
Nope, he's not. He's about to get hunted down not just by the BB, but by Lunchbox as well. Good flashbang. Full white, a good nade as well. Man, there is no way he should survive here, but Loyal has done a hell of a lot of damage elsewhere. Finally, Chiefs are able to hunt down Snow, but I mean, look at that. ACOG finishes off Chikena, so this has not been worth it at all for the Chiefs. They left in a 2v4, and all they did was take control below the bomb site.
That was a rough one. I can't even lie. They got the job done downstairs. They cost them a grenade and some flashbangs, line scans, but the issue is they lost everybody else during, I don't know, different roam clear, trying to go in fireplace double door. And now Rock LFO is only just play safe by the bomb side, get those crossfires and don't overswing. They should have a locked in round. They even got the Denari lasers, a runic gates, they got a spare C4 in pocket, they're watching the staircase angle. They got it all.
Lunchbox and Neptune, though, able to get deep into Solarium. And Neptune's got his DMR at the ready. Dave in an awkward spot, detected now by the Lion. ACOG on the long angle, finally repping the ACOG. Dave has been good on Chalet, I tell you what, but the finish off comes from elsewhere. And yeah, with that, again, taking the lead for Rock LFO.
Really respect the fact that Snow is just holding his own in trophy. I mean, I think most people just kind of panic, run away, and they get shot in the back. I feel like that happens all the time. But he's like, okay, he recognized I cannot fall back. There is a Blackbeard. He has grenades. I'm getting line scanned. I can't stand still. I have to go for a swing. And he makes it work. I mean, well, first of all, he gets a kill. But secondly, he wastes so much time and so many pieces of utility that even if he were to die, they lose all their flashbangs and grenades for the bomb sites and the line scan. So, again, incredibly high value individual play. Rock LFO now go to kitchen and dining. They're just kind of going through the side rotation here. They're very happy with their current circumstances.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Deploying it.
I'm trying to think, what would you cook up here if you're Chiefs? You've got so many ops, right? Like, obviously you're missing the Solid Snake. You're missing the Ying and the Glaz, but I don't know, like, there's so many other super powerful attackers available. Like, all of your possible shields, which seems like they're not going to be brought at all. I think the Monty has not been good enough here. The Deimos is still in, but I feel like Chiefs have kind of struggled with a lot of these operators. I don't know what the strat is here. Like, do you just go for a default, kind of take top floor, clear the power positions? Because I feel like Chiefs are struggling to do even some of the basics.
Does feel a bit that way. I wouldn't mind the attack timer, a little nade get in there, get involved. But it's also, it is Chalet. You kind of need to play this map a bit in the chaos zone. You cannot play your really, really stable step 1, step 2, step 3. Like, you do have steps to a round, but it is going to have a bit more risk to it on the attacks. And so far, Chiefs, I'm not sure if they're just not respecting the individual players enough or just wanting to do too many things at once. Because mind you, they could have 5-man hunted down Snow instead of trophy or instead of dining last round. But they only sent 2/3 people. They could have sent the whole cavalry if they wanted to. But they want to do different things at once to be efficient. And that efficiency is costing them at times.
Alright, the Twitch. Chalet, such a good map for Twitch, especially with all the setup that Rock are bringing to the table. Bravo would have been nicer to deal with that gate. Twitch drone eventually spotted by the Valkyrie. Late round, you got to be extra careful. Check for those Valcams, especially in areas like Solar. There comes the smoke.
Work the window. Try and take Solar control and get a catch from the rotation. But it's relays elsewhere getting into the action, finding a pick. And just like that, out of nowhere, Chiefs are looking mighty fine for this one.
Yeah, here we go. Another pick as well. Drop of a hat, it's a 5v1. It's a flawless round for Chiefs. Oh, took them long enough, but back in business again. And the scoreline is tied. 2 more rounds is all it's going to take to finish off Rock LFO. But you can't deny, Rock have been really good in this second half on Chalet. They fought tooth and nail. And now Bar Gaming is tempted to be gone to for this Next defense round here at breakpoint. Next round determines who finds map point. Rock LFO going back to bar. I mean, this seems risky, Pengu. This is where Chiefs went for that insane quick execute with the Thatcher and the Blitz.
But I like this, though. They got double deployable shield, Jaeger Womai, and the Kai. They're playing heavy into utility. Something that we haven't seen much of in recent history.
Most importantly, they've got the Frost, though. Let's be honest.
Is that the most important factor?
Most important. I am calling it right now. Frost wins this round.
Oh, I mean, low key, I'm seeing the Blackbeard Thatcher here. If they're playing heavy util top floor, it would not be a bad play to full send it into side again. And that Frost Trap, if it doesn't get cleared first, you will die. You will get injured. You will not live that. So it could be.
I wonder if Chiefs are going to go for a full map clear this time.
I get like jump scared when I see Jaeger's pistol. It has a scope nowadays. I'm always like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah, it's like every operator that has the Reaper that I forget has the Reaper. So, oh,
yeah. Oh, so let's get SMG 11. Oh no, it's a Reaper. Never mind. For a second, you think it's SMG 11 came back.
SMG 11, man. What do you think's better, SMG 11 or the Reaper? What do you think's better?
By far, SMG 11. There's not many guns better than the SMG 11 in the game. Right. Period.
Bearing 9, SMG 11.
SMG 11 by far.
SMG 12, SMG 11.
That's where it gets tricky. If you're a good SMG 12 player, it's SMG 12, but I think it has a higher ceiling than SMG 11, so harder to learn.
Yeah,
I suck with SMG 12, for example, but I see Stomping on that, and it's not fair. It is not fair.
It's like,
or Brendo earlier.
For me, it's like if I'm playing Dokkaebi, I'm murdering people with the SMG 12, right?
But if I'm
on entry, if I'm Warden and I'm bringing shotgun primary SMG 12 and I'm trying to play it like a smoke or a mute, nope, absolutely not.
Same. Have the same experience. They want to do it again, though, by the way. Blitz looking to go in. Pistol in the hand can, of course...
Zero is caught
first. He drops.
As if he survives!
Maybe. He's alive again? How?
Are they... Surely they could be killing him just by getting the deep angles and spraying it as he drops down the hatch. I've seen that happen so many times.
I mean, either they did and they missed, or they just weren't doing it.
All it took
I'm not
was
entirely certain.
Like, literally sneeze on the guy and he's gone.
Yep.
But don't do that, because that's not very sanitary.
Not sure what the play is anymore. I think they've seen the Frost. Oh, what could have been? They're baiting it out so perfectly as well.
Good idea.
At least they get the wall opened up. So now they got the wall opened up, so they cannot play in stock. That means they can only play from the bar bomb side, enabling the Blitz jump in. The Frost Trap can literally win them the round now. If they do not know the Frost Trap is there, they will get injured, and if the Blitz dies, nobody can replace the plant position. You might just be right.
And there are no nades on the lineup to try and clear
they
any
have to jump in,
the window.
pistol in hand with the Blitz and shoot it.
Oh, there's a player!
Already, you see it.
There's a player right below him as well! It's not just the Frostmat!
He's hiding in the
smoke. It's Zero who's hiding in the smoke! Wait, he still hasn't...
I think he's lost in the sauce. He's lost in the sauce!
What?! I am so confused! What? He was prone underneath the window on top of the Frostmat the whole time! Wait. The Frostmat doesn't even go off! What the bloody hell have I just watched, Pengu?
What?
Chiefs have just done a daylight robbery on the Barstock bomb site. Rock LFO have been smashed to pieces, and now it's match and series point for Chiefs.
So Blitz jumped in the left-hand side of the double window, and the Frostman was off-center to the right. So he jumped in, shooting the floor in the smoke, and it just been like, oh, I'm gonna get it, I guess. He didn't. The Frost Trap was on the other side, with Jaeger on top of it, and nobody realizes anything. The attackers have no idea. Cyro simply had no idea. The Frost Trap wasn't triggered. And they do the same exact attack twice, but with a very small adaptation. And that's the important part for me here. Chiefs, they had a counterplay. They went basement, and they had the Thatcher, and they EMP'd the Kite Claw off the stock single wall, and then Selmat it open from the basement stairs. This way, you cannot get C4 from stock. And it changes where the C4 angle is coming from, and how many playable positions you have as a defender. Very small detail. And it's one of the things that plays a part of netting them that round victory. And now they're one away. They can no longer teach one pocket strat these kinds of rounds because they should be figured out by now. I say that, but the attacker repicked the sense. They might have something cooking for this one as well.
Remember, the Sens was really good on Bank, so much so that Rock LFO ended up banning it as a third operator ban. Oh, let them cook, Pengu, let them cook.
It would be a beautiful way to send yourself forward in the lower bracket, no? Like, you start bringing out some of those pocket strats when you start struggling against your opponent, show some creativity, show some depth to your roster. I'm sure Nate is very happy with these round victories. Oh, a goo mine, though. That's ugly.
This is aggressive. Wow, very big push here early on from Chiefs. They try to do something a little bit cheesy with the Ram. Yeah, the plant is going down. It's up to Relays here to cover. Catches ACOG. The plant goes down. This was a very cheeky and cheesy play here for Chiefs, but it might just work. Plant is down underneath the big window. So many ways the plant could be denied. The kill has to come through here from Loyal. Low HP. The spray comes through, but 0 to trade. 2v2 now. A C4 still available for Names Dave. It's one of the main ways that you can kill that player on that double window. Player himself has a grenade that could also protect the diffuser in a dire moment. Names Dave starts at 1 tick, 2 ticks. The nade buys him a few seconds and just enough time. He goes for it again. Zero has to cover. Excuse me, Neb! What are you doing? Neb! Why are you halfway across the map? Even my dog is wondering what the hell you just did.
The worst part is, you can see that post plant from the, I don't know, the tower in spawn. I'm not sure, like the little snow tower. You can see exactly where that diffuser is. If you go, surely you go on the rappel. Like, if you're worried about the trench run out, the fireplace run out, the office balcony run out, surely you can watch it from the rappel so that if your teammate dies, you're not in a bad spot. The second aspect of this is the player who's on the window rappel the sense, surely you go upside down on the rappel. That way you guaranteed see them before they see you, and you don't just swing into an angle with your little rappel line showing your exact location. That is just small misplay there from the side of Chiefs. A round that they could have so easily won with very minor adjustments.
Look, there's only like 10 million ways that they could have covered that post plant, but the one way where you lose that round is if you run outside and do nothing. Like, genuinely, what was Neptune doing? That must have been that he was just so lost in the source.
I think his teammate just said, the only way I lose this round is if I get run out on. Your job is to cover me. That must have been the communication. Where it's like, hello, Nep, I'm in an unkillable position unless I get run out on. And you just trust the call blindly. Because he was on Solarium Rappel, and he was watching the trophy window jump out for the longest time. And then he was clearly going off the rappel and going left, looking at trench, looking at fireplace, looking at office balcony, fearing that that was going to be the play from the enemy.
It's just so obvious. Like, the best way to win that round from the post plant is upside down rappel on that window.
Yes.
And if you have a player upside down rappel on that window, then upside down rappel next to him and watch his runouts.
I'm not saying, like, imagine you go bathroom window, you jump in, you can see the diffuser from piano. Like, you can get an easy backstab kill from bathroom window jump in, with a blitz started the round. So many small things. Shame. But Rock LFO, gotta give them praise. That was unwinnable, and they won it.
For sure. They really did. And it comes down to every tiny moment, every re-swing, every refrag. The players on the balcony as well, getting aggro. Massive. And now they've given themselves a second life. Pengu, if they come back to push map 3, Chiefs are going to be kicking themselves.
Yeah, they are. That is the round you look back upon with a bit of sadness. Here comes the thermic charge, not heard by ACOG, but seen shortly after the fact. That's the first step. But it's Chiefs on the attacking side now, mind you. They have to get a move on. They've been doing pocket strats the last couple of times. They got the Thatcher for this one as well to counter the Kaid. But they don't have that sense, they don't have a shield, so this should be a quote-unquote normal round execute. No more shenanigans.
Nice play there from whoever was in piano just then. They shot off the Selma from the wall. Wow, big aggressive play from Loyal. 5v4, and I'm starting to get a little bit nervous for Chiefs.
I can feel it. I think they too as well. A little bit tilted off that last round. You know, you think it's over mentally in your mind. You're like, oh my god, we did it, and then they didn't. It's not over just yet, guys. Come on.
Oh man.
It's falling apart. ACOG with a second as well.
Oh,
They're not pushing. They're not going in. They're not fighting.
You just got to go for it now. Relays and player.
No.
Two EP alumni need to get aggro. Player finds his kill. Might actually find one on the vert here. Gets a bit of an angle onto ACOG. Relays tasked with finding that kill, but he's walking into a crossfire as Rock LFO pick up their dead teammate. And a big flank now from Loyal. Guarantees ACOG the kill. Player, he's got the bomb site. Surely not possible. This is risky. This is very cheeky. Snow has a bulletproof camera in pocket. Would have been nice to have that on site right now. Plan goes down. Player, if you win this, it makes up for the mistakes that your team had in the last round, failing to close it out. 1v3. Two players is a little away from death. And he should hear Loyal sneaking into sight. But Rock LFO should be able to isolate and work out his position by process of elimination. A quick spray through the wall, and he's dead. He has to play this perfectly, and yeah, Loyal figured out, well, I think he's got to be in this corner. There's nowhere else. I may as well spray through the wall. It's a free one. Only by a margin of 4 seconds they get on that defuse in time, but job done. And with that, Rock LFO have climbed all the way back to a map point of their own.
I don't know about that one. It did not feel like the best and most convincing of attacking rounds there from Chiefs. Just like lacking the firepower and the willingness to go for it, really. Now they go on defense for the first time in a while to fight for another round here in OT and go 7-7. Something that they know a little bit too well today, James. It would be their third 7-7 game today if this were to happen.
Yeah.
Yep. They've had a long night, these guys.
Yeah, especially considering what their first game started at, I believe, what was it, 5 a.m. your time or something like that? It was
5 a.m. my time.
1 p.m. my time. It's now nearly 8 p.m. So they've been playing a lot of Siege today, man. A lot of Siege.
I don't know. I'm trying just to think about that like 1v3 there from player, and I see the vision of him hiding in the corner. I do think he gave up a bit too much space, like you said, like process of elimination. He could only be in that spot because they cleared everything else. But it's such an unwinnable position, to be fair. Like you really can't blame him for falling short by 4 seconds. The rest of his team didn't quite help him out in that. Jakenna has kind of snuck under the radar. He's 1-9. I didn't really realize this till this very moment, but somebody... Yeah, that's why I realized it's like live game. Like, live game? Oh, he's 1-9. That's what he means.
Yeah.
Hey, he had a great bank, okay? He's got his map. It's fine.
Yeah, but, you know, would you rather... Oh, there's a player underneath this window. There is a player underneath this window. Here's a question for you. Would you rather someone that's like peak Kanter Raketti, 1 every 10 rounds, but like useless 3 out of 10 rounds? Or would you like someone that's just like good old stable every single round?
I would much rather have a stable player. However, in a perfect world, you have like 4 stable players and you have Kanter Raketti. Yeah. Like, that's the perfect mix of it. Because you need stability for the foundation to work, but you need that clutch factor for when the rounds don't go your way. Yeah. So I take stability any day of the week.
Hello. Oh. What?
Oh, he was in the freeze himself. You jam yourself in the freeze.
Right. Oh. Interesting. Well, Neptune goes for a big swing. Looks like we might see another 7-7, Pengu. Chiefs are hungry for it.
Good little escort back to the bomb site area there from his teammates. They all showed up. However, Relays wants a little bit more, and that's gonna get punished immediately. Again, 5v3, why do we want more? Why do we need another kill? We can play 5-man top library, mezzanine, blue stairs, stock bomb site, and just lock in the round. Now, you're giving your opponent a way back into it. Rock LFO only behind 1 single operator, and Lunchbox half an HP, no C4 to his name.
Look,
let them make the first play.
That's the thing. Rock LFO is so good at capitalizing on your mistakes. If Chiefs lose this map, they really have a few critical moments to look back and say, far out, if we hadn't done this, then I think that map would have been ours. The series would have been done 2-0. Rock LFO are so ready to grab every opportunity they're given with both hands.
Be on guard. Enemy detected.
We see 2 player locations, blue stairs and stock. Can they act upon this information? That is the question. They're playing a 3-1 split. 3 defenders top floor and just 1 by the bomb side.
Don't pick this. Neptune falls back down to site. Lunchbox as well. Wow. It looks like they're giving up the top floor completely. Everyone.
Yeah,
here
they
from
got toxic
Chiefs.
babes. They can lock down certain angles and smoke off the other ones and just choke them on time.
Indeed they can, but Snow makes his way up from the blue stairs. Punished now. Jakenna finds his second kill. A much needed one at that. ACOG now gunning to break double digits. Bit of damage, but player finishes him off. ACOG can't get it done. And we go the distance. It's another 7-7 overtime. Match point here for the Chiefs. And a chance to finally finish this off. Eliminate Rock and go through to the lower bracket final against Man LFO.
Big question now. Do you do a pocket strat, you know, shield, Thatcher kind of plant if you're Chiefs, or do you go for a more default round? Because they've had really mixed results on the attack. They have had flawless victories. They have been flawless where they can't clear the roamer, they can't get to the bomb site. They have had the most 50-50 outcomes I've seen in a long time. So I think if you're the IGL, calling this next round based off the bombs that you see is gonna be a challenge. Because in terms of confidence, I'm not sure what you're gonna feel the best about. And look at this, James. There's a mirror. Mirror, Jaeger, Wamai, Echo. The Echo works greatly at denying the planters, slowing things down, countering the shield, stopping the push, giving you intel. The mirror can hold library because Asami got banned. These are solutions to Rocket LFO's problems, and they have arrived at the most dire moment at 7-7.
You know what hasn't been brought, though, for Rock LFO is any form of wall denial to protect that mirror window's position in bar stock itself, because we've seen Chiefs time and time again. They just go into the basement early on, they breach that wall with an ace Selma. We've got relays re-picking onto the ace. We've got so many ingredients here for Chiefs to play in a couple of different ways, with the overall likely intention to end with an execute, with that blitz planting and the Thatcher covering. But in the mid game, there's so many pieces to work with here. Capitao, you can clear the dark corner inside library. The Thatcher as well can get rid of any Wamai magnets and ADSs. Hey, you could even try and counter the mirror window with the ace, though I don't think it would work. You'd probably get shot off. And look, even the Thatcher to counter the Yokai drones is huge here. Even the Thatcher to counter the Warden is huge. There's so many ideas.
So let's see what they can do. Again, there's a world where Chiefs just like panic default and go straight for a plant attempt, thinking that it's easy. There's a world where they try and clear fully library first. There's a plant where they just bait out the plant and go something else entirely. They can smoke and not jump in, but just try and bait a C4 or bait them to run around and take the free map control. That's the first problem here. The verticality with the Selma charge on the mezzanine. They need to ideally watch it from the office window. That's going to be player's location. Then EMP bait it out maybe, or maybe just raw dog it and then throw out the Selma. They can EMP to bait a swing, and then maybe player can catch him off guard. They're not going to opt for it, just Selma off the
This is
roll.
good. You wait for player. Oh, wow. Did Relays just try and send it into sight? I don't know why he exposed himself.
That's the vert.
That's very dangerous. I don't think he had the proper vert angle.
Oh, GG,
no.
dude.
This is not looking good at all for Chiefs. After every opportunity they had, they fumble it at the final moment. Neptune finally confirms his kill 2v3, but man, at least for Chiefs, everyone from Rock LFO has fallen back down to the bomb site. But no blitz left. This is such a tough position.
It's winnable, though. I think the issue is that they have a drone in bar somewhere seeing parts of the bomb site. If they find the player in stock and shoot him through the wall that they opened up earlier, that could be a freebie. If they win their individual or they hack the cameras, well, see all the
so they know exactly where the Echo is.
Yep. If you get into fireplace or in basement, you have a complete freebie. They saw Echo was just on the floor inside a bar stock.
I sure hope that Jakenna and Lunchbox aren't actually spectating. I hope they're looking at these Yokai drones.
And Dokubi's coming for it right here. Ideally, you try and bait it with the neb above. Maybe he tries and like floor bang a little bit and try and make some sound cover like this exactly.
Oh no, Neptune!
Oh, he dies. Okay, yikes.
Player now in a 1v3. It becomes a 1v2 after he finds a big kill, but ACOG jumps up, takes his head clean off. I cannot believe Chiefs have fumbled it here, but Rock, they come back facing down match point time and time again, and they push us to a third. Chiefs are not out of the woods yet. Another map is required. We'll see you after the break on Consulate.
has got to offer.
Oh yeah, baby. We're going the distance. It's going to be a big 3 mapper, and for the Chiefs, they failed to do what they did earlier today, which was win out 8-7. Instead, Rock LFO push us all the way to a third, and let's be real, Pengu, I feel like Chiefs are really going to be kicking themselves after that. They were set up perfectly to win that 7-5, and yet in the post plant, they fumbled it.
Brutal, absolutely brutal. And I feel like it's a post that we've all been in before and ranked as well, so they should have just had that on a lock and key, but they did a slip, they go to OT, they lose an OT, and now mental boom, third map.
Yeah, absolutely. We go to Consulate for our third map, and of the 3 maps we've played so far, Bank Chalet Consulate becomes the most... Wait, what is that? Did you guys hear that?
You hear that too?
There's an alarm going off. What's happening?
Oh!
What is happening?
Power
There's an emergency sub. The machine has some power, guys. We have Rock LFO's 5th is back in the server. It's goodbye to names, Dave, and machine is back in for map 3. Man, the Chiefs have got to be kicking themselves.
That sucks, dude. You tell me if they close that in a 2-0, they play against a sub for both maps. Because they failed it on Chalet, they get the real 5th player on a 3rd map after being mentally tilted from how they threw on Chalet. That is brutal.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, dude, we just beat you on the 2nd map, despite you having 3 match points against us. Oh, and by the way, yeah, now we have our 5th player. I mean, like, they nearly lost to Rock LFO with a sub, man. Like, just on paper here, Rock LFO should be massively favored. The fact that they could even keep pace with the Chiefs while playing with a substitute, it's a grim state of affairs for Chiefs now. Consulate as well, I mean, very different kettle of fish to the maps we've played so far. We know Rock LFO do play it because they lost it to 6 targets, and we also know that Chiefs play it because they've beaten both Anios and Barbie Boys. Sorry, they lost to Anios, beat Barbie Boys on this map. And for Machine, who's now turning into a flashbang, he really is powering on. I didn't realize this machine was solar powered, but it's time to get into it. Consulate is where we decide the fate of the Chiefs, this long-standing organization in the Oceanic region, and the pedigree of these 2 former Enterprise players up against the oldest technology known to man, a rock. A simple rock. Who takes it here? It's the Big Org versus the Orglers. As we go into the 3rd map, the machine finally has power. It's time to settle it.
Oh boy. Now I guess the only downside is that Machine is going into this cold because he hasn't been playing up until now. But I mean, having your real player come in is absolutely gonna be an upgrade. Plus, imagine the mental side. You know, you're thinking you're gonna play the entire series without your 5th player, and then you think, oh my god, guys, he can make it. There's a chance now. Like, we see the light. This is so doable. You're gonna have so much regained confidence. 1, you won Chalet, and 2, now it's time to play for real.
Yeah, especially after being like, hey, we just beat Chiefs while playing with a substitute. Hey, we just beat Chiefs despite them having a 6-5 match point, despite them having a 7-7 match point against us. Like, anything is possible. Doesn't matter what kind of advantage Chiefs has, we can always come back here. So Rock LFO can be filled with excitement. Crazy to me that Machine is now playing, considering he's been dealing with a cyclone. So there's been some extreme weather conditions over in the New of Zealand, and he's, apparently that's why his power has been out. So, man, credit to him. He's fighting off houses flying around, presumably. I mean, I'm not there. I don't know exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
I'm going to dramatize it. Like, have you seen The Wizard of Oz, Pengu? You know that at the start, there's the big tornado, the houses flying everywhere, the Wicked Witch of the East, the Wicked Witch of the West, all that stuff.
I actually haven't seen it.
That is crazy from you that you haven't seen that. But that's how I'm imagining Machine's house right now.
I'm gonna answer the quiz in the question. He asked who's the lowest in the region, and there has to be related players in the server, right? So it has to be Jake. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Just a little bit of shade thrown his way. Nice, please.
Play nice, please.
The admin's getting. Okay. Hey, he's stating facts. Okay, no shade, just facts.
I see a Glass, I see a Monty, I see a Grim. There's going to be a down the yellow skylight in through the CEO box with one player presumably on the meeting breach. Grim kind of just going out for information. And then it comes down to Laurel for Machine, if they can make this work together. Mind you, names Dave, the sub player, previously tried to play the Blitz, the Blackbeard, the Monty, and had some mixed results. Now it's Machine's turn. Laurel opens up greatly though and takes down the first player. The Thorn removed from action. He's gonna give this attack even more teeth. Glass frag grenades, by the way. They have 6 frag grenades and only 2 smoke grenades, despite playing a Glass.
I've seen a bit of that these days. Thing is, I mean, Glass got a buff a little while ago, so he gets more bullets in his magazine. Back in the day, he only had 11 shots. Now he has 16. What's more, it's a DMR, man. Like, I think back in the day, people didn't really want to play Glass because DMRs weren't in meta. But he's got the Bearing 9 as a secondary, Oregon 6. But that DMR is so much more in meta than it's ever been before, and it's arguably the best DMR in terms of damage.
Speaking of.
And yeah, man, the Bearing 9 is insane. Oh, that would have been a free kill if you had your rifle out, Zero. Unfortunate for him, but he does get the detect onto Neptune.
Just waiting for the Goya fire to subside. Again, Munchie can just walk on in. They get Glass in the CEO or Pelican, toss out a grenade and rappel on and apply that pressure. Lunchbox in the box does have a C4, but it's going to be boxed in by that Monty.
Oh, big nitro cell. As box goes back, a face full of the lead from Machine. The Machine has certainly powered on. Rock LFO dominate. It's a flawless start on the attacking side, no less, of Consulate. Man, this Machine is ready to rumble. What a killer start on the attacking side with that Monty.
Oh, if I'm Chiefs right now, I'm getting a bit nervous. That's a flawless attack. It was a phenomenally well-played round by Machine on the Monty. Like, even if he doesn't find those 2 pistol kills, which he had no business doing, by the way, the way he paced around and was never exposed, forced the Goyo fire, tanked the C4, like, he generally played that so well. And then he gets the 2 kills, playing off the Glass. Beautiful. And, I mean, if you're going to start having a proper shield player on your roster, it's going to change the entire playstyle of Rock LFO if they're going to be a shield team. Because before, as I said, it was names Dave playing a Blitz and dying half the rounds in really funky ways, obviously being a sub player. This is a different story. And look at the operator bans. Chiefs, they banned out, you know, aggression in the sense of like Solid Snake for information, Ying for the chaos. Rock LFO, they banned Smoke and Warden. That means that they can't get stopped as easily when they want to push the bomb side or go for a plan because Smoke is gone. And they've banned Warden last, not first, so there is no counter ban in that regard. So now they can abuse Glass as much as they want, and this time they're playing 4 smoke grenades instead of only playing 1 set of them. And now instead of being the Monty win condition, they have the Glass win condition, where nobody can fight back in the server.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. I also like running the Striker a bunch here. Obviously, he can run stuns and frags. He could also run stuns, or rather frags and smokes if you really want a lot of frags, but you want to bring more smokes into the roster. Great operator. Striker is so good, man. Like, I think one of the most underrated operators in the game. I think maybe even better than Sentry. A couple of good use cases for Sentry, but Striker...
By far better than Sentry, by far.
Yeah. Striker is the only operator that has the EMPs and the hard breach at the same time. So powerful. Better than a lot of hard breaches on certain maps and certain bomb sites.
And just like the self-enablement that you get, like a consulate, right? You want to breach the meeting wall? Oh, guys, I'm going to pick EMPs and I'll bring the can openers. No, you bring both yourself, and you don't even need a second player to help you. That means you can do that job and have 4 people take admin or take yellow at the same time. It opens up the round for everybody else to do their job more successfully. We've seen this before. Now, Machine has to walk in and bait the Goyo fire to get popped, or they need to sacrifice the only grenade left remaining from Gridlock to pop it. I think a nade just got tossed on out. Yep. So they're going to force the Goyo fire themselves, wait 20 seconds, and they can make the march forward. But again, ACOG finds the opening, and they got the Glass and the Munty, so getting opening pick is huge. Because Munty's going to be extended, and Glass can fight you one-sidedly in the smoke grenade. So again, it feels like Chiefs now inevitably are going to lose this round unless they make a hero play, unless they lash out and get a pick somewhere.
To add to the conversation about Striker, M4, one of the best guns on attack. Ooh, this is not good for Loyal, though. Runs straight into the fire. Zero will fall. The mirror window is facing the wrong direction. It's going to get smashed here by player. A lot of damage, though, from Bathroom. He's cut off and a lack of reinforcement here. Puts Chiefs in an awkward spot. They continue falling back. There's a player on the bottom side. It's Loyalty. Gets taken down by Relays, but there should be a trade here. Machine decides to get aggressive. Oh, I like the Thorn Trap, but that can be easily activated and then baited out. Somehow Machine actually takes a bit of damage to it, so he will be affected. But Snow comes in to support.
Jesus.
Relays has to do it all himself, but Snow finds every last kill for Rock LFO. It's 2 straight on the attacking side. And we're seeing the energy start to form. We're seeing the fire behind their eyes.
It's a Monty ban after round 3. I don't care what anybody says. It is a 100% blatant Monty ban. The issue is, if you ban the Monty, the glass will stay open with the Warden being banned away. So you're gonna see the glass continuously as a win con. And then you can play the Blackbeard or the Blitz on top of it. Like, this is gonna be a really hard defensive half, it looks like, for Chiefs. Unless they can figure out the counter. And the counter is gonna be stuff like the Tashanka. Infinitely better than the Goyo for these type of scenarios. It can also be stuff like the Echo. It can be a Pocket Ella. It can be so many different operators, but not what they're currently bringing. Because when you play the Goyo, you are pre-positioning where the fire is gonna go. Tashanka, or it's not Tashanka, Monty's gonna see it. And then either you can bait it, or you can clear with a grenade. If you play more proactive operators, like the Tashanka instead, you can take that fire launcher anywhere in the map, shoot it at any moment, and Monty has such a hard time finding that perfect middle ground. Because you don't know when it's gonna happen. With the Goyo fire, you know. Mind you, they banned the smoke for this purpose, because smoke works the same way, but everybody plays smoke. Very few teams play Tashanka. That's why it's a high value ban in this scenario.
Bomb located by attackers.
I know it might not be picked this round, but I just want to say one last thing about this striker. So not only does he have any secondary gadgets you want, he's got a secondary shotgun as well.
True.
And on top of all of that, he's got the M4. And can I just say, as a former Maverick main, when Maverick was at the height of his power, I actually think the M4 is the second best gun on attack. Maybe the second best gun in the game.
10 seconds remaining.
You lost me there.
Really? You don't like the
Okay,
M4?
I can shoot you 2 weapons off the rip without even thinking that beats the M4. SMG 11, technically a primary. Okay, technically used as a primary.
Not a primary, it's a secondary.
Okay, AK-12.
Yes, AK-12 is the one.
And then any DMR attack.
Oh, sure. Well, AR then. The best AR. Also, if you want a DMR striker...
We're moving the goalpost. We're moving the goalpost. Actually, any AR that has this fire rate and less damage or less. Let's keep moving, mate. I can't win with you. You're right, though. I don't think it's a bad weapon.
M4 is
but
insane.
for whatever reason,
good.
it's not. But it's not loved, right? It's not like widely accepted as a good weapon, even though it is a good weapon.
I think it's underrated.
Like,
Massively
a lot
underrated.
of people love Jacko's C7E, Box C8, like Sophia's AR back when she first came out. It's kind of awful nowadays, I would say. But the M12 has never gotten any love from people that I play with, at least.
The M4. M12 is Cav's gun.
Oh, sorry. Different weapon, I guess.
M12 sucks.
Yeah, I got the black guys for that, by the way, in my my pack opening. Yeah, imagine my
Lucky
reaction to that. I had to play Kavera 1 round for chat when it happened, because I had to show off the skin, obviously.
And how'd you go?
Got an interrogation, won the round, easy peasy.
Oh, well, you're not playing the Black Ice, right, if you got an interrogation, because you should be using the primary.
Well, winning is more important. I'm one of those boring players where, this could be fun, but we'll probably lose, so I won't do it.
Yeah, no.
That's me, dude. I care too much sometimes.
I feel you. Oh, careful the crossfire here. The double shields. Oh, both of them fall. Looks like Chiefs are finally recomposed. 5v2 now. Loyal and Snow, the last remaining. Damn, that was a big nuke there. Time to finish off Lunchbox.
Got the kill.
Oh yeah, finish him off again. Yeah.
Whoa.
Bit of BM, mate. Get it done. Way to go, Box. I'll tell you what, Rock LFO are going to lose this round, but they are up having fun. They are in Chiefs' heads, that's for sure. He's going to bait out a swing here. He'll find at least one of these two. Watch. Never mind, he doesn't. Relays has the cross. Snow falls, as it tends to do. And Chiefs finally get themselves on the board on Consulate.
Nice. Just in time for a Monty ban, and then they can start having a happier time on the defense. I mean, it's no question, Monty. It's no question.
And what do you ban on D? What do you get rid of?
Mira or Bandit. I think Bandit's an easier ban because you can play Thatcher against the Kaid. You cannot EMP Bandits because they can trick actively. Mira. Okay, Mira Monty. Makes sense. Is that or you ban like Tashanga or Goyo and you play heavily into planting and straight attacks? But that is going to be a bit harder with a Monty, but yeah.
It's true. I love the aura of like banning Tachanka and Smoke. I just think it's so much aura.
It changes how you can attack entirely.
Protect your bombs from being defused by
Sorry, I've been told to change my describing word to dork.
Yeah, the nicer way to say moron, I guess. I don't know.
Let's see, what are the origins of the word dork? Let's see how PC it is.
It's like nerdy, no? Like if you're a dork, you're a bit like geeky and like glasses and...
A dork is slang for a person who is socially awkward, silly, or clumsy, or unfashionable.
Yeah, so a nerd.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
Related
Social
terms,
awkward,
nerd,
no fashion.
geek, dweeb.
Yeah.
I like dweeb.
Yeah. Dweeb.
10 seconds to
I wonder what the origin of the word comes from. Comes from the 1960s?
Okay, that's early.
moving to defuse a bomb.
Yeah. Perhaps a variant of Dirk, influenced by Dick. There you go.
Good
There you
to know
go, man.
bullying existed back when my parents were young as well, you know? And bullying
Yeah.
isn't like a new concept. Great.
Oh,
I
well,
got a
there
bit
you
of
go.
childhood trauma.
You poor thing.
You know what they say? Bullying, it grows you. You develop because of it.
Yeah.
But I think most people just suffer for a couple of years, and I don't think that's necessary.
There are other ways to grow without the pain.
True. True.
Well, Chiefs
Big
finally
changes.
get around on the board, but
Oh.
now that... Sorry. You know what? I'm going to shut up. You know what you're talking about. You go.
Boom.
Oh, wow. Great insight.
I was right, wasn't I? It went boom. No, I was gonna say, like, obviously they're gonna replace the Monty with the Blackbeard. That's the most logical thing to do. But I do expect a bit of a stylistic change up from Rock LFO. Probably a bit of a slower pace, more usual concept. That was my only point.
Nice.
Nice.
This top floor bomb site's going to be pretty hard to break into. As we've seen already today in the previous games, teams tend to stall out a lot on this admin hallway area, especially when you got tons of utils like the Goyo to clear.
Suspicious rotate to CEO window. This could be a flip and a half. If they naded off the Goyo canister in the beginning of the round, they could just rappel on in. The issue is going to be the C4s and the pre-placed Thorn Trap. If it's, they have 3 Thorn Traps in pocket. That's a pocket smoke. Instead of playing smoke, they're playing Thorn for CEO into denial.
I love that.
That's kind of smart.
And it is very hard to shoot those Thorn Traps when you repel in. You will not have enough time. There's no doubt about it. But nice little adaptation there from Chiefs. I kind of hope that Rock go for it just to sort of get to see that active. Aggressive play from Relay as he peeks the player on the roof. Oh, almost loses his life in response. And with Zero dead, no Rotero drone to come in and destroy the long bar. Makes things very awkward for Rock.
Long ball. Now, do this out of the Monty. He impotent the Thorn Trap. The second one goes out.
Never mind.
Takes down Machine.
Bit of a stall out. Oh, he repelled inside, but it doesn't matter because Chiefs go for the swings. The Thorn Trap won't have an impact in the end. It doesn't matter when they just swing to win. 2 rounds in a row now for the Chiefs, and they're looking a lot more comfy after that round on defense.
Feel like, I mean, Rock LFO, even if they don't find any more attacking victories, this is still like a better outcome than Chiefs' previous consulate. That was like a single attacker, right? So 1-5 half.
Yeah.
So getting 2, pretty nice. If they get a 3rd, they'll take it. But I'm a bit worried about the depth of their attacks. Like, they showed us the Glass Monty to great success. Ever since they went off that, it hasn't really hit the same. We'll see what they got. It's still early days in the second half. Or second half, first half, but after the 3rd operator ban, whatever you want to call it.
It's funny, yeah, it does feel like we have halves of the half now, right?
Yeah, it does feel that way because it's such an influential thing.
Yeah.
Like, the 3rd round is full bombs at reset. You go back to restart it if you want 3 or whatever. Sorry, beginning of 4th round, after round 3.
Plus, you get that third operator ban before round 4 begins. So it's a huge moment.
I think it's really interesting. I've heard the commentary that, you know, with the comp changes, how bans work now, and with obviously the change in ranked to how bans work, ranked is now so different to comp. Because in ranked, you only have 1 ban on each side for the very first round. That never happens in comp. You always have at least 2 bans, and then a third gets added. It'd be more similar if in ranked you have 2 ops banned in the first round, and then nothing extra banned in the second round, and then 1 more ban for the final round.
Yeah, that is actually a fair point. I mean, I don't know. I still think ranked is a bit of it's a hard situation. Like we spoke about getting ranked 3.0 next season. That's great. But playing first to 4 when you get a 3-0 lead on defense still feels completely wrong to me. Something about like you control the defense, start 3-0 up, GG guys. Like GG moves win. And when you play first to 4, mind you, every single round is so influential. Like having a teammate mess up a bad shot, or you miss a C4 or some small minor mistake, that is a significant round to lose because you play such few rounds.
Yeah.
And probably it's first to 7, so you obviously play more than double, or you play about double rather. But yeah, it feels a bit rough. Whereas other games that plays like first to 13, first to 16, you can lose a round. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. That's what part of what makes Siege so punishing. A smaller round count means that every single round has so much more value. 1 mistake is so much more punishing.
It leads to more crash outs, I believe, at least in my mind.
It also makes it a much harder game to learn. You know, if you're playing another shooter that is, say, first to 13 rounds, you can have like 3 rounds where you don't really have an impact. And it doesn't really matter. If you have 3 rounds in ranked where you don't have an impact, you're dead weight. You're dead weight. Oh, beautiful nade, but great play from player who come and support Jekena.
How's no one covering that? Like, Machine has always had somebody behind him, usually Snow on the gridlock. Nobody was even in the building. Like, look, spiral stairs elsewhere, and then exterior, exterior, exterior. He solo made that aggro play without backup.
A couple of bullets come out of Ciro's gun. It actually leads to the injure onto Jekena. If he can displace play... Oh, no, he knows about him. Good pre-fire. All right, this might undo the defense. If they can confirm the kill onto Jekena. Oh, hello.
Bounce back out.
Return to sender.
That's funny.
Good kill for Box. Looks like Neptune is just holding on for a little bit longer, trying to bait off of information from Jekena to go for a kill.
I don't think they know they downed him yet, or they do now.
Finished
Confirm the kill. They can bounce off the Grim Beast, the top spiral. There's a player hiding the CEO still. It's going to be Nep waiting for a swing, and there it is. It's back to even numbers. 2-2 as Relays got injured from the verticality, I believe, or from spiral staircase, perhaps.
Oh, Neptune is still staying upstairs. Lunchbox got downed! I don't think Snow knows it, but it's now a 1v2 for Nep upstairs, and now that Lunchbox has been finished off, he's not giving more information. Relays are scouting for extra info. ACOG finishes him off. Neptune can't find the plants! It's too late! That Thorn Trap almost killed him. Jumping outside now for Neptune. They're going to know exactly where he is. 2v1 post plan. And now, if Rocker's smart, they can just rotate back up the stairs. ACOG should be able to go up vertically. Instead, he's holding the angle. Snow as well doesn't need to expose himself. He's such low HP. Neptune needs to play this perfectly. Oh my god, why would you peek that, Snow?
He swings it.
That is such a throw. But Neptune doesn't know where ACOG is. Ooh. Do not overpeak here, ACOG. Neptune has to stick it. Okay, he can't. Oh, what? He got off. He threw it. He only had one way to win it, and it was to stick the defuse.
Oh, no.
A very warranted question mark from Ciro in the chat, and Neptune has fumbled what could have been a clutch.
He low-key had the long arm because Grim didn't go in throughout lobby to get the quicker angle. He went the long route in towards Zulu, into the yellow door, and then the doorway just blocks him. There is a very realistic way you just stick it and you just win the round, but I mean, split-second decisions, they happen. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. The early stage of this round, like this swing from player, completely unnecessary. And then, of course, the wide swing from Snow in the 2v1.
Cannot
believe in the
believe he got
post plant right here. Swinging that is criminal as well, I gotta say.
I love
Come on, guys.
the reload peak at 2 seconds left on the clock as well. Let me just reload my revolver. Well, that was a very big round from Rock, like one that they had no business winning whatsoever. And as you mentioned, when Chiefs played this map earlier today, it was a defense's paradise. Now Rock are on the verge of a 4-2 attacking round split.
Yeah, from Chalet to Consulate, it's been a mountain to climb for Chiefs. I mean, if they get the 3-3 half here, I think they can kind of brush it off and go, you win some, you lose some, but there is a real shot here for a 2-4 defense half, which is just statistically rarely happens, especially when Chiefs is the favorite team to win. One would still argue that, I believe. Need a bit more power from them for this final round in the first half. They got good operators for it, right? Good guns, the LF for shield counter, Melusi for slowing them down, Vigil for roaming, Valkyrie for info. They got a lot of firepower, so they gotta use it to their advantage and not just play by the side, but actually get active on the roam.
Yeah, it's going to be very much about the roam. That's what happens when you pick Vigil, Solus, Valkyrie, Ella. You know, it's going to be all about that roam, No anchors. Well, they've got info, and they've got great roam hunting potential as well. But where's Machine going to be? That's my question. Being the Blackbeard, he is often like that single most impactful instrument that the attack has available. I think a server push here with the Blackbeard, or you have a bit of a lurk going on the ground floor, might be pretty powerful here for Rock.
Yeah. Well, this certainly could work. The benefit of the Blackbeard is you can get in the building, and there's a softball which you can pop open with the box or the BB gadget. Or just a DMR. Bit of damage exchange there. Now, there is a realistic world where with the Lion, you can kind of pop the gadget, run on in, and just kind of see what happens. You don't want to drone all of this out. Don't could be called in the same action. Yeah, I'll shoot the gas pipe, why not? Yeah. Worst way to die in the game as a shield player is the gas pipe. It's the top 5 most painful siege deaths, I would say.
Notice how Machine's running the iron sight as well to increase his aim down sights time. Or rather, decrease his aim down sights time, increase the speed.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Laser plus iron sight is a 15% decrease in a... Freak, now you got me confused.
Increase in speed, decrease in time.
Yeah, that's it. You do it faster by 15%. Pretty significant. Relays and Laurel, they go for blows. 1-for-1 trade, though. Anybody's round.
Yeah, Relays is keen to go for a flank down, I believe that's spiral stairs. He needs to bide his time. Neptune spotted on the bomb site. He's supported by Player, who's got info on where some of these attackers are pushing from. Chiefs want to make a move, but they're biding their time. And ACOG's just opened things up by taking down Player. That Solus finished off. Nep cornered here. Insecurity, but time is ticking away. Numbers advantage for Rock LFO, but they need to make this good. Oh, the timing is off, but he still backs into him. And Neptune finds one. The trade, but no! Not to be. Machine up against 3. And Chiefs, thanks to Lunchbox on the flank, rise above and tie the score. So by the end of it, it is an even half, but one where Rock LFO really petered out at the latter end. 3 attacks on Consulate, that's pretty good in isolation, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Chiefs really made a comeback in the last 2 rounds. The last couple of rounds, actually. So yeah, I'm a little bit wary now. Don't want to get too excited for Rock LFO. Wow, do you reckon the Ying Glaz ban was just to predict perhaps a Warden ban coming out on the defensive side?
It's possible, but we have seen a trend with whenever Chiefs are involved in a game, the Ying and Glass band, at least one of them comes out with pretty high frequency, I would say, from my limited experience. So it could be insider knowledge in the play style, could be expecting a Warden ban, of course, or maybe Rocket LFO knowing how strong they played the Glass and how strong they found that operator to be, that they want to get rid of it. I think the Clash ban here is genius, because it is like the #1 stopper of all joy in the server if you're attacking, no matter if it's a yellow attack or an admin attack. It's just these narrow hallways, the crossfires, and how easily Clash can navigate without, like, you know, verticality and hatches and different angles to die from. You have just so much safety net around you. So it kind of opens up the attacks a bit more. Also enables the shields, of course. And big praise here to Machine. Bro plays the Monty, bro plays the Shanka. This is my kind of player.
Can I have a look? I don't know. I know it's a big ask, but man, the Denari laser going all the way from near Long Desk, all the way through the drone hole into Break Room is absolutely insane. Look at where Tachanka is. That's where one of the corners is. The other one goes all the way through that drone hole and it attaches to the cabinet in Break Room. That is insane. The problem is, I think it'll be pretty easy to shoot, surely? Like, once you're inside of Break.
Yeah, I think you can just wide swing the door without going through it and actually get an angle for it. But I think the rush.
It's a rush!
Ram rush.
It is!
We've seen
Neptune
this before.
is in the building.
Tachanka!
The Tachanka fire is a little bit too little and a little bit too late. The smoke in tandem as well, but
could be
Jukena is able to go deep on the back of it. He takes down Machine on the Tachanka, and he looks for the plant himself. Loyalth and Snow, the last 2 remaining. I mean, they're caught with their pants down. It's hello, Blitz. Nice little juke there with Snow on the shotgun. Oh, nice little wallbang as well. A 1v5 is a very big ask as Jukena pre-fires. Again, suppressing this position. He's got a little bit of info, but not much. Forgot to put out his last piece of barbed wire as well. He's not going to find these kills. Surely not. 3 now. As Jukena goes down, it's time to lock in for Neptune and Relays, but Neptune finally closes it. That is a killer way to start off the second half for Chiefs.
If you're up against Chiefs and Nep is an enemy roster, just play CO, because he's going to take the Ram, he's going to full send it in twice, and he's going to get 1 or 2 kills now and it's over. We saw this exact same thing just, what, 3-4 hours ago? When they played, maybe longer actually than that, in their first series today. It is incredible how consistently he's finding that opening pick. And the whole team follows through, right? Drop yellow skylight, pop the finger boost, push together, sprint past the smoke. It is a full send, full commitment, and a confident first round and a half.
Man, I'm vibing. This track's good. Back onto the bangers again. Oh yeah, then the drums come in. Zero, put him away. You can hurt someone with those things. Oh, Jukena's got a smile. Happy boy.
Yeah. Good vibes, good vibes. Mind you, a very long day for these players, right? They played an
Excruciating.
8-7-8-7, which started, hold up, about 6.5 hours ago, I think was the very first map, give or take.
7.5, I believe.
Well, 7.5?
It started
give or take.
7.5 hours
Let's
ago.
meet in the middle. Let's meet in the middle. 7 hours ago.
6
Deal?
or 7?
No, let's meet in the middle. 7. Okay.
Sure.
Now
sure.
that it's 8-7, 8-7. Then they get to wait for a BO3 to eat, prep, reset, warm up again, whatever. And now we're on the 3rd map. And mind you, Chalet was also 7-8. They have played an enormous amount of Siege. Not to mention, they had to prep for the game before they started as well. It has been a good, I don't know, 10-hour day for them. More or less straight Siege or prepping for Siege. It teaches you something. Like back when we had the DreamHack events in Siege, like regularly, you would play these like BYOC style tournaments where your first match is like 9 a.m. and if you have like a lot of matches and like unlucky schedule timing and you keep winning, you play at 9 a.m. first and your final map starts at 10 p.m. So you play from like 9 a.m. to midnight, you rush back to your hotel, go to sleep, wake up at 7, breakfast, shower, prep, and game at 9 again. 3 days straight you do that. It is brutal, but it teaches you so much about how to play like a long day of Siege, because it's a different mindset than playing a single up best of 1, for example.
Man, forget about the hotel at that point. You bring a sleeping bag and you're having a little
well.
nap in the LAN center. I've been to some of those big dream hats in Jönköping in Sweden.
Yeah.
Man, the LAN room is dark enough. You could probably put some noise cancelling headphones in and go to
People
sleep
do.
in there.
If you make your rounds in the evening, half of them are gaming, half are like head on their keyboard, passed out, or leaning back with a blanket. You also do have sleeping halls at DreamHack where you can like bring a mattress, or maybe you can rent one. I'm not entirely sure, and just like pass out in like an open room with a bunch of different people. We had a little cottage that had no heating, tiny duvets, and very cold in the Swedish winter.
Tiny duvets. Can I just say about what is it with Nordic countries and having like no bedding? And you're a part of this, Pengu. What is it with?
Oh, okay.
It's the same. It's the same in Norway. It's the same in Denmark. It's the same in Sweden. Why do you guys always have like a tiny little blanket as the only thing to keep you warm? It's a freezing country, for goodness sake.
I have a huge double duvet and I love it, and I snuggle up and I keep it nice and warm because I'm not about that cold life, man. But people in Nordic countries, they will sleep with their window open in the winter with a small duvet and somehow be fine.
Insane. Well, next time I'm in Copenhagen, Pengu, you better keep me company so I stay warm at night. Until then, we're going to a quick break. We'll be back after this quick technical pause.
this region has got to offer.
And we're back into it. Consulate is where we will go. And look, the game's been pretty good, pretty close so far, but Chiefs, man, that rush, it was something else.
The ram in the CEO window, the finger follow-up with the blitz, I mean, they had everything. Quick, successful, teamwork, coordination, communication. And they start things off with a confidence booster, which they need because there have been a couple of rounds in this BO3 that Chiefs should have definitely locked in and won. Arguably, they shouldn't even be here in Consulate. They should have won 7-5 in regulation on Chalet, but they fell short. So now it's all or nothing. It's another attack for Chiefs, another defense of Rock LFO. similar operators, honestly, on both sides, except that less rushing here for Chiefs. There's going to be a shield on the Monty. No finger this time to boost up the aggression. And then it's going to be all about the stalling out and the traps and chip damage from Rocket LFO.
Hard breach comes out. Time to put some pressure on Meeting. It's not going to be a rush this time around. What is the strat here for Chiefs? They've got the Monty. Man, there's a lot of things you can do with that Monty.
Interesting enough, they've actually played Ash on the skylight of Spiral Stairs and using the Ash breach on the desk on top Spiral to break it open. Most people play a Flowers, jump in the drone, and they pop it open because you get 4 repair drones on the 2 Ash breaches. So, different way of achieving the same goal, essentially. They've also gone to CEO. They burned off the Goyo canisters, so they could go for a switch mid-round. They're crouch walking towards admin. This is like gap finding at its finest. They're trying to bait a play somewhere by poking and prying, and then they're going to have another player go the opposite direction, try and get a free entry into admin. And if it goes unnoticed, because there are no actual cameras inside of admin itself, you might just hit a good backstab later on.
You got these awesome Denari lasers again. Hopefully they might actually have a bit more of an impact this round. Yeah.
They know that something's weird because nothing's happening. They don't hear any movement.
Yeah, and the Snake is just, again, getting information. I feel like Chiefs are spending so much time measuring, but the setup is good here for Rock LFO.
It's all about relays getting inside of admin offices, but he hasn't gotten in there just yet. Lorelf gets a pick on the spiral window, so that's going to make it even harder to go for a push now. Rappel on in, fire for response, has to jump back out. And Monty, again, being stopped by this Tachanka fire. Is an exceptionally good operator to stop these pushes.
Yeah, Machine's playing this so well, and he's doing what very rarely we see happen. He's actually using all of his gadget. He tucks now in the corner. So no repel on in is going to be successful here for Neptune.
It's cooked. It's completely cooked. Relays died in admin to Cyro, so now there's no backstab. The frontal push is kind of dead, but player does find one on the cutoff. The issue is getting the diffuser deep into the bomb site seems almost impossible. ACO gets injured as well. Taking it back to a 3v3 unless they can revive.
Yeah, he wants to go for it. There's a complete pivot from Chiefs, but there's no second chances now. They've got to go in from Spiral. Neptune slowed down by the Denari laser. He gets swung, but he wins the fight onto Snow. However, Jakena on the Monty is on the floor. Neptune doesn't have time, and he doesn't have the means to look for a defuse plant. Rock LFO read that to perfection, and I gotta say, man, Pengu Machine was so good, and that Tachanka. Yeah. We rarely see a Tachanka played as well as we did just then from Machine. The scoreline tied back again. Rock LFO keeping Chiefs honest.
It's also pretty smart when you have the shield player of Machine also being the Tachanka who stops the Monty from pushing, because it takes a shield player to know a shield player, right? And if you know how you can punish the Monty, like when to use the fire, where to use the fire, and how to navigate that, it's gonna net you an even better result. So again, the right player on the right operator in the right location can make or break a round, especially on top floor of Consulate. So the value gained there, it cannot be understated. Massive individual round from Machine. He is 3 and 5 on the scoreboard. 2 of those 3 kills actually happened in the very first round, the Monty double pistol kill. But every single round after, while he hasn't gotten frags, he is getting consistent high value with the use of his operators.
10 seconds left before insertion.
This is where the game gets serious though, Pengu. Of course, it's elimination for one of these two teams on the other side of Consulate. And one of them is about to break away again to find their 5th round here and get within arm's reach of putting it to bed. Chiefs, they look pretty prepared on their attacking side, and while their game earlier today, Consulate was very hard to attack, they just look a little bit more locked in. Like you said on the previous map, Chiefs just look a little bit more awake on this series than they did in their first match today.
Just kind of waiting to see where the push is coming from. Looks to be a bit of a backside stab. Again, where the shield is, that's where the push goes. So The second they hear the blitz pistol, they see the operator, they think, yeah, guys, we need help on the back portion, or we gotta fall right on back with the hatch being opened up. Player, again, opening pick. He has been so good today. Always finding those early entries and making the round a bit easier for his team. And he's just on his lonesome. Playing striker, has the solo utility. He breached open the front side of the bombs and those double walls to garage. And with that being done, he can now rotate over the grenades to his teammates or keep on backstabbing.
The play from the Aurora here looks a little bit difficult. It's risky for Relays to try and breach open that wall. Oh, sorry, breach open, lock up that wall. It just means that they don't have as much control. I feel like they're going to need to open that again later.
Yeah.
But they can, I guess, close it. Like, use the angle when they want to and then close it if they're worried about a flank. How do you convert this numbers advantage here for Chiefs? That's the question.
The big thing about Aurora is that there was a buff in their most recent patch a few days ago, right? Like, when you as an attacker shoot to open or close the gate, it takes like 1 second. For defenders, it's like 5 or something. So it's incredibly fast as the attacker and very slow as the defender. You gotta see the top of the door for the rod to connect. You gotta see the very tippity top so you can maybe prone or walk a bit further forward. You wanna close off security crossfire, then push into the cafeteria.
That's good. I think that Jakenna might have been spotted when he did so. Now the coverage has to come through from Relays. He needs to be deadly here as Jakenna has taken so long. He's just going to try and force the plant, but a big nitro cell from Machine. He's in full power mode now. And in the 4v3 Rock LFO, they've got the diffuser down in the objective. The smokes have completely elapsed, and Chiefs have capitulated again. Nep in a 1v4. Needs to go fishing. He's got to worry about his flank, but he's also got to worry about the player up in front of him. Nep cannot survive, and edging away with another round win, Rock LFO find themselves back in the lead.
And honestly, it was a very good idea with the Aurora gate, but it works both ways. If you close off security door, the Warden player doesn't have to worry about the crossfire, doesn't worry about getting pushed or backstabbed or anything else, no pressure whatsoever. So the smoke grenade from the blitz works against him, because Warden can see through it, plus he's free to throw a C4. Maybe if they pop the Aurora door and then they have a player ready to shoot it open and sprint in security while Blitz pushes the bomb site, maybe Blitz dies, but you kill the Warden, then it's kind of worth it. But when the Warden gets a double C4 kill and nobody else can follow up on the play and the door is closed, yeah, that makes it really, really hard for the attackers. Mind you, the big advantage of getting an opening pick, which player did, it was a 5v4 favoring Chiefs, is that you can attack from more directions than they can defend. So let's say you have yellow door and the main breach. Then you have security hallway into the cafeteria, where the blitz pushed, security door that they roared off, and you attack bottom spiral. That's 5. If you had one player at each of those 5 locations, there is gonna be a gap no matter what you do. Now, it is risky to always go alone because you can't trade your teammates, but either you fan out, attack, and overwhelm the bomb site, or you gotta have a solid way to pick it apart together. The idea was there, the execute of it was not.
The thing though, every single attack round Chiefs seem to be going for some kind of really specific strat. There hasn't been a single round gone by for Chiefs where they're like, yeah, let's just kind of like look around a bit, like fish stuff out, you know, make slow progress, do a default push. No, every single time it's, we're going to rush, or we're going to fake over here, then we're going to pivot and go for this. Here's our pocket strat. And the problem with pocket strats is typically one tiny detail goes wrong and your entire plan, your entire setup, your entire round is in the bin. And that round passed. It was just one C4 from a Warden, and the entire round is over.
It's funny because if you want to... Sorry.
No, please.
I was going to say, usually when we talk about pocket strats, right, you'd think a, on paper, worse team would want to bring out pocket strats against a quote-unquote better team. Because if you play stable, consistent, and normal Siege, the better team is going to win more than not, right? So Chiefs being the better team on paper, you know, being expected to win this game, why are they the ones always trying to do this new funky stuff? That's kind of where I get a bit of a question mark. They should be better at the defaults of the game, having more experience and having quote-unquote better players.
Yeah. I think the reality is Rock LFO actually seem to be better at playing default Siege than Chiefs, but Chiefs keep throwing them curveballs. They're looking for a plant now. Jakenna is able to get the plant down in a 4v5, but it's retake time for Rock LFO. Now into a 5v2. Jackenna knows he needs to get active with the pistol, but he gets flanked. 1v5 in the post plant for Neptune, and it's a full retake for Rock LFO. Not a single body on their side, but they find the counter defuse. Chiefs now staring down defeat.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it getting down that diffuser because it cost you every single member in the server, and the last person alive, the ace, wasn't even in a strong postman position. He was top spiral on the exterior. 4 to 6. And you saw the player camps there a second ago. It was not a happy camp on the side of Chiefs. They know that they have completely let this be a 3-step away. From Chalet losing that crucial post-plan 2v2 to going into overtime, to bottling the OT, to going to Consulate and getting rocked on the first 2 rounds on defense, not getting a strong enough side, and now failing at their own attacks. It has been mental loss after mental loss for the past hour or so for the side of Chiefs.
And that's the third retake across the series from Rock LFO as well. Let's not forget the infamous 6-5 match point retake from Rock LFO on on Chalet Master Bedroom. In the 2v2, they find the first kill, and Neptune is caught with his pants down, way too far away to try and prevent that ninja defuse. And there's so many moments that if Chiefs fumble here, will haunt them. It's hard to imagine player and relays hot off of a 6 Invitational appearance after going to back-to-back international events and being on the best team that this region has seen for a mighty long time, for a year. Now they find themselves on Chiefs. They've teamed up with these OGs of the scene and up-and-comers, you know, Lunchbox, Jackenna, Neptune, and they're not even looking to be a top 2 in the region, not even top 3. They lose here. That's only a top 4 finish in OCE. That's so many steps behind where they need to be. Rock LFO are the new generation. And with no organization to support, they are looking like they are ready to take Chiefs' place in OCE away from them, to pry it from their cold, dead hands.
Mind you, they played the first 2 maps with a substitute. They had to fight without their 5th player off Machine to get here to Consulate. At the very final minutes before Consulate started, we got the note, hey, Machine is booting up right now. He's got power back on. He will join as the 5th player. And he has been instrumental on Consulate, playing the shields, playing the Shanka, anchoring down the bombs, and stopping the plans from being successful or helping out in those retakes when it does go down eventually. Now they got a shield, but that singular grenade will deal with it. They do not find the kill, however. There's still 1 player down, and they don't have any like easy cheese ups, right? No glass, no ying, no munchie, no shields at all.
Oh my god!
It's guns blazing, but they get that 1 pick.
Zero had to go for something. He felt desperate. And now it's time for Chiefs to continue marching forward on this top floor. Numbers advantage now in their favor. Big double kill from Relays. He needed to stand up, and he's found 2 big kills. Machine on the Tachenka. After having no power for the first 2 maps, having to be supported by their substitute, he's now back in the server. He needs to have an impact. He's the player, the single player for Rock LFO that needs to be in position to deny the plant with his fire.
Does mean they have 1 less gun, right? This 4v2 or 4v3 is almost like a 4v2 because only Lorelf and Snow is gonna have a gun up waiting for those gunfights. Machine has to have the gadget ready for a plant sound. 30 seconds, flash and push from Chiefs.
Good flashbangs, but it's a deep plant opportunity now from Jackenna. They should know about it. Neptune, though, prevents Snow, but Loyal, where has he stolen that opportunity from? Machine fries Lunchbox alive, and he tries to get desperate, aggressive, but Neptune will find him and stave off defeat. Another breath of fresh air for the Chiefs, but they are not out of the woods yet.
The air jab wins the round. He actually snuck out of the small box, and they had no idea. The issue is there was no intel there for the defense of Rock LFO. Had they known that there was nobody by that meeting door, he could stand up and take the 1v1. All of a sudden, that round is super winnable. And in the chaos of the round, I mean, you just don't hear the air jet being placed. And look at that Eagle challenge as well. From copy window to the skylight rooftops. That's how they find the opening pick. And then Chiefs, when the back's against the wall, we have no way to win. We are losing the game right here. They just sense off the crossfire and they sprint down the hall with 3 separate players and they take the 1v1s and they win the 1v1s. Chiefs are not the prettiest Siege team in terms of playing, stylistically and 3-2-1 and countdowns and everything else. But when their players are hitting their shots and they believe in themselves, they can make unwinnable rounds on attack and consulate look very winnable at the flip of a switch.
Oh, man. Is it going to be another 8-7 for Chiefs? The 4th of the day? Is it going to be another one?
That would be a day of Siege. A day that they might never ever see again in their careers. It is not often they go 8-7, especially 4 times in a row. Or 4 times overall. I guess there's 5 maps technically.
Oh, they're doing everything they can. But man, it's been bloody hard. Rock LFO have looked good today, and ever since Chiefs let it slip on Chalet, Rock LFO have felt in control of this game. They need their defense to be as good as their first half on the attack, or even better. One more round is all it takes, but Chiefs are gunning for it. We go back to the exact same bomb site, Pengu, and more or less it's the same setup. Like, what's different here for Rock LFO? What's different here for Chiefs? Not much on either side.
Just the Bandit, right? The Bandit, they can trick the meeting wall and ensure that it stays closed, and they got a Warden that can see through smokes. That's really the only big key factors at the minute.
They had Warden last round. It's a Fenrir
I did not remember that, to be fair.
I know, I have it in my notes. I didn't remember it. It's the Bandit for the Fenrir is the only operator change here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Bandit and the Warden. Well, the Bandit, again, they can close off the meeting breach, right? Which is going to enable Machine's positioning. But it feels like the same similar defense against the same similar attack. But this time, everybody stays alive. No one's gotten the opening pick just yet. The thing is, time is taken a little bit down. 1 minute 30 seconds. Not the end of the world whatsoever, but in the next 20 or so seconds, they gotta start pushing that vending hallway, meeting door, and make sure that they can clear Soda Machine position. We know that it's clear, but I think Chiefs just about now are throwing it out.
I can't help but feel like if Rock LFO can't retain control of the top of Spiral and where the long desk is, then that's probably going to be the round. Lunchbox is fully out of air jabs, though, on the Nomads. There's no more using that util to lock Rock in place.
Again, a plan should not be possible as long as the Shanka and Bennett C4 are available, which they both are at the minute. And they even have a second C4 and backup from the Ward.
Wow.
Look at this. They're chasing Machine vertically with the Dame, which is just sprinting across the floor, juking those bullets, and it's working. But they're planting in the meantime.
Yeah, and that means that Jakenna might be able to force this down. Nobody's watching it! Even though they didn't kill the Tachanka, they might have bought themselves just enough time. 5v5 in the retake, but Relays has Loyalth locked down, sneaking between enemy lines, but the air jab again saves it for the Chiefs! And it's a flawless round to push us the distance, and another overtime for the Chiefs! They are not done yet!
Take a big breath. They just won the round off a single Deimos tracker. Simply distracting the Tachanka, saying, hey, if you're worried about me sprinting around, you cannot deny the plant. And nobody else really realized that, hey, he's basically staying alive. We gotta get the C4s in action. They're all just sitting there going, well, he's under trouble, right? They're not gonna go for a plant. No, they were. They were doing that track with the intent of going for the diffuser. It's another pocket strat. It's really smart. Definitely something that they planned ahead of time because they were so good on the timings. And the best thing of all, they weren't overcommitting. They weren't using the sense wall and spamming flashbang. They weren't signaling that they were investing much into that play. It was literally just Deimos track, hold F on keyboard, and then react to what happens.
You know what's funny? I feel like, aside from the Tachanka, the underrated, most impactful part of that round was actually the air jabs. And the fact that the meeting wall, not external, but internal, was breached. Again, because it allows the player at vending machine on the attacking side to hold a deep angle and prevent the swing onto the planter. And it's funny because we actually talked about how we saw the Bandit picked by Rock LFO, but I don't think he put any batteries on that meeting wall. That eventually ended up getting breached by Ace. So I wonder what might have happened if Bandit had decided to try and hard hold inside of meeting and Bandit juggle that wall for as long as possible. Nonetheless, it's another defense round, man. It's been 3-3 both
Momentum.
halves, but you're right, the momentum is squarely with Chiefs after winning 2 attacks on the top floor in a row.
That's the thing, right? They are, I would argue, a momentum-based team when they play at their very best, and they're gonna feel like they're on top of the world. Nab is 15-5, by the way, often on the entry with player. He's had a couple of rush moments with the Ram Boogie drones. He's always there to pick up the kills. And as we said earlier, we got to see it there. Denari laser that goes to the drone hole in towards break room is indeed shootable from the door corner. Oi, sprints away, stays alive, no damage taken whatsoever. Happy days. This is Chiefs just playing a little bit slower than usual, but for good reason. They cannot afford to die early. They don't have a lot of ways to salvage the round, like we keep saying, right? They have the sense, that's like their pocket pick. They can kind of help the bomb site, but they need to get to the site. When we interviewed Nate earlier after their first BO3 victory, he said that his #1 simplest advice to them in that tag timeout was, guys, you need to get to the bomb site to actually have the execute. Just try and play to the fact of being 5 people alive when you get to the site, and the rest will work out. They've done that here. Everyone's alive, they're by the bomb site door, they've broken open the wall, and they've somewhat taken top floor control from meeting, which covers the verticality of the site beneath.
Players on for a little bit of a lurk as well down on the ground floor. Jakenna makes his way inside, starts forcing down this defuse. Rock LFO,
no
where
smoke.
are you?
Hello?
Excuse me? Is anybody home today for Rock LFO? They have been absent for the last 2 rounds. And now they've just let a plank go down to the 5v5. Snow will fall first. Loyal not far behind him. Surely not. Another flawless opportunity for the Chiefs. It is! 2 flawless in a row, and they are back on match point.
I can see why enemies have been banning a sense away from them. They are finding these plant positions that normally that would never happen. The sense wall generates sound, which is of course noise cover. It gives you visual cover. Warden can't see through it. BPs can't see through it. And they just make it work every single time. But we have to look at Rock LFO. They had 2 C4s, they had 3 toxic babes. The smoke is in piano next to the bomb site. They simply just lack information. I mean, if they heard the plant going down and they're not throwing anything at it to stop it, then they're just outright trolling. So I have to assume that they didn't hear it. But that's 2 rounds now in a row where they lose a round due to not knowing that the enemy's planting. With the sense walls going out in a 5v5 and nobody's taking any fights upstairs. They have to start assuming that they're making a play by the bomb site because it's the only action in the entire map. Nothing else is going on.
My artillery is on. Initiating jammer.
Man, it has been a long time between drinks for Rock LFO. The last time they got a kill was 3 rounds ago. For God's sake, what is going on for Rock? I feel like Chiefs have finally got the confidence to just lock the hell in and find these executes. Now they're on the defensive side, and the pressure is flipped on its head to Rock LFO. Back onto the attacking side, back onto the top floor. Now they did manage to win an attack onto this bomb site, Pink. It was the very first round, 14 rounds ago.
What are they? What are they? And I think we're just watching it, right? Like, we're just observing. Chiefs are actually the ones playing it, doing it time and time again. They refuse to die. Grenades going out in case of a Goyo fire, any traps on the bomb site. Not much is there. We have 2 Thorns in pocket, no Goyo available whatsoever, 2 Ela mines in pocket. They are saving this for the mid-round adaptations of counterplay, so that 1, they're not gonna die to those grenades. And mind you, there are 8 frag grenades, sorry. There are 10 frag grenades in the server. Every single attacker has grenades. And they've spent the vast majority of them only having 3 left in pocket. What am I witnessing?
That's insane. That is
They spent 7 grenades at destroying 2 thorn traps and 2 Ela mines. And some barbed wire.
Wow. Oh my god, Relays sneaks up the yellow stairs. Machine is done. Blackbeard is gone. And I think Chiefs have finally found this magic moment. Their moment to grasp hold of this series that has been running away from them ever since Bank. They're finally back on top again. 5v4. And all they have to do is sit back and wait for Rock to make the next move.
Not like this. You lose Machine early, who has been instrumental last time you're attacking on the shields, who found the entries, who you're playing around for everything. And now you're stuck outside on Yellow Skylight, on bathroom window. Everybody's outside the building. Lion enters Yellow Stairs. But he's walking down, not up. Guys, you need to make a play. You have to get in the building.
This is a big moment right now. Jakena, the Scorpion in hand, needs to win his fight. Gets baited, looks away, but he's got cover from Neptune!
No
It's
way.
an 18th kill for Neptune! 19!
19.
Zero's the last one! He is gone! It is an unbelievable comeback for the Chiefs! We thought they were done and dusted after fumbling Chalet, but you cannot count them out! And so they continue their march through the lower bracket, smashing rocks and making their way to the lower bracket final.
You see Nev's face right there. Mental composure, a huge sigh of relief. Oh my god, what a series. How far it went, how many clutch moments that they were in. Big praise to Rock LFO for taking the distance. Honestly, I'm not sure if they got a bit nervous there at the end because they kind of stopped fighting back. Whereas Chiefs, when the pressure was at its highest, that's when they started playing their very best. Backs against the walls, they were about to lose, they started pushing. They started taking this fight back into their own hands, and they started making play after play.
Oh man, and you could feel the energy for Chiefs completely switch up after they managed to win that attack onto the top floor.
Yeah.
It was curtains. It was game over for Rock LFO. Unbelievable from the Chiefs after another overtime, though this time it didn't take all 15. They got it done 8-6. Man, their first match, it's currently 9 p.m. here in Melbourne where I'm dialing in from. Their first match started at 1 p.m. 8 hours ago. They just put in a full 8-hour workday, Pengu. That's what they did.
I guess gamers are no longer known as unemployed because those are employment work hours for sure. Yeah.
Unbelievable. But thankfully, Chiefs finally get it done, and we get a chance to talk once again to Nate. Man, it's been a while. It's been a few hours. We talked to you after 287s earlier today, and you looked pretty frazzled. After that, especially after how you guys lost Chalet, I've pretty much run out of words. What do you have to say after watching your boys just pull that off?
Oh, honestly, I can't give them any more props. It's one of the big things I think we focused on. Obviously, you have all your strats, all your defaults, all this stuff that everyone talks about, that everyone does, but you can't win without mentality. I don't think it's possible. I think if your team doesn't have a good mentality, you're not winning those big games. Like, obviously, like maybe people thought that we should have been favorites in that BO3 and favorites in the BO3 before, but like I think you guys were saying before, the region is so close now. Obviously, one team has taken a lot of the really top-rated players all into one, and now we're all split. And there's a lot of people like Box, Jake, Neptune, who have stepped up massively, and they've also learnt a lot, and they're taking in a lot of information from like me, player, Relays. So seeing that today, I think was really awesome. It's good to see. Obviously, I think we should have ended at Chalet, and I'm not saying that was a good performance from us, but I'm not going to say, I was unhappy with winning that.
Yeah. I think, obviously, looking at Chalet, looking at Bang, you're playing up against a team that has a sub player. That should make the game a lot easier on paper, but also kind of throw some of the prep work out the window. For me, the big moment is honestly, as you said, the mental fortitude. You have individual people that have experienced, like your Relays, like your player, but you also have Nep, for example, who was absolutely crucial on Consulate, right? Finding openings, creating space, etc. In terms of vocal voices in the team, what do you guys' roles look like? Is it just player Relays that are more experienced that talk a lot? Is it players like Nep who are actually, are yelling? What's the general vibe on communication?
Yeah, honestly, like, it really is dependent, and it's very much like a lot of the defaults you see. Jake, stats-wise, and people spoke about this when we used to have Oda. his stats weren't great.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure on both those last 2 maps, even the first map, he planted majority of our attack rounds, or at least attempted to, and got denied. He made, like, you know what I mean? Like, even on those contracts, big rounds on piano, big rounds when we went CEO on those attacks where he's getting plants down, and he's calling us. He's like, hey guys, can you watch this? We're gonna do this. Early round, like you said, that experience from Relays and Player come in where they're like, hey guys, we can slow it down. Minute 40, we don't need to be rushing things. And those are the rounds that, like, we're bringing them back, and we're having some success. But yeah, it's very mixed. We don't have like a single like main voice, which I think is good.
I honestly felt your presence at the end of Consulate. When we spoke to you last in the interview, we spoke about how, like, what was happening in the tactical timeouts, right? What you're saying, the whole aspect of, guys, stay alive to execute, play out the 5v5, and it'll sort itself out. The last 3-4 rounds of Consulate, you guys are 5-man executing with the sense, top floor, downstairs, and things are working out flawlessly, and people are surviving and going great. It again felt like when you play that solid step style siege of 1, 2, 3, it's okay. When you play the more loosey-goosey, it is going to be a more loosey-goosey round. But I love when you guys play that solid strategy, because today I genuinely believe it got you guys across the line.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I was getting a bit nervous there. I didn't call the tack on 4-5 when I thought I should, but it was only because I think I have a good judgment on comms, where they weren't not solving these issues. I almost felt like if I was calling attack, I was disrupting it, because their flow was really good. Maybe we were just getting unlucky. Like you said, long day. These guys, not like they slept in between or anything. They were up really early. Like, we got up way before to do some prep as well, so it's not like we got on like 10 minutes before the game started. So yeah, I think that they definitely pulled through and helped me out a bit there, because I was getting a bit nervous when I went like 6-4, and I'm like, oh jeez.
Yeah.
Well
Herculean effort from you guys. Of course, the goal is the major, no doubt about it. You've been to plenty before, Nate. But of course, before that, you'll have a revenge game against EP between, Relays and Player getting their revenge. Before that, though, you've got Man LFO in the lower bracket final. Last time, your team, back at the old Chiefs roster, none of your players were the same, but you yourself still coaching, you lost to Man LFO in Stage 2 last year, man. So these guys are pretty deadly. They're pretty dangerous. How do you feel coming into that game? What do you think the boys need to do to get that across the line?
Yeah, I will say, like, obviously, yeah, the goal is the major, but for us, goal is Man LFO. Like, when we started today, it wasn't, oh, well, let's get through to next week. It was Shy Academy. It was Rock. Next goal is obviously, Man LFO. I have a lot of respect for that team. I know they put in the work, and I think it shows. Like, even though they didn't get probably the result they wanted today against EP, like, it wasn't like they were, just rolling over and quitting. I think they had some very good, promising rounds, and I think it's just going to take time and just like them building up. But I think that game will be awesome for us, especially, we don't really like to give up, and they seem very strong-headed with their strats and stuff. So I think it will be probably a great series.
You guys don't like to give up. I discovered that today when you guys were down 6-4 after fumbling Chalet. You did not give up on Consulate. Massive credit to you. It's going to be hard to count you guys out after you put on a performance like that. Congrats, Nate, again, and good luck in your games next week.
Easy. Thank you, boys. Appreciate the cast.
Man,
Thank you.
I'm still reeling from that match. And also, what a pleasure to have a chat with Nate there. He really does give us a lot of insight. But you know who gave us a lot of master plays today? It was Player, of course, from Chiefs. He's our MVP of today. Got to admit, it was hard not to give MVP to a couple of different players that played today, and even Jakenna. I think it was nice that Nate gave him a little bit of moment in the spotlight. Neptune obviously popped off, 19 kills on Consulate, but Player was oh so Mr. Consistent, especially in the first series today as well.
Yeah, I think like recency bias, Nap, he was like the standout guy here at the very final map, but Player across every single map, every single series, dropped a 21 bomb earlier on Consulate in the previous game, by the way. He was one that consistently would show up. Look at the kill tally, just whenever you're watching here. He's like 15, 18, 20. He was there every single map, and they needed that kind of player to survive today.
Yeah, that they did. Monstrous effort from Chiefs. Such a long match here in the second game that they played today. But let's not forget 287s in their first game today as well. Insane. So, of course, let's see where that ends us with the brackets. For OCE, we've got 2 matches left after the games played out today. Obviously, EP through the upper bracket into that grand final. Our lower bracket has seen some mighty teams fall, leaving us with just Man LFO and the Chiefs, I want your gut reaction, Pengu. Who is going to be joining EP in that grand final?
Honestly, like off the rip, I don't really care too much because I think both of these teams are so deserving of going to that grand final. But I will say my heart is actually there with Chiefs. Seeing their grit today, their mentality, their resilience to being down and losing an awful game on Chalet, and also the very insightful interviews after they won with Nate. It just makes me like them even more. So I want to see Chiefs, but I would not be upset if it was Man LFO.
Yeah, of course. You only got one spot to the major for OCE, so it's whoever wins that grand final EP definitely going to be the favourites, but don't count out Chiefs and Man LFO coming through the lower bracket. Of course, over across the pond, we've got a couple of other regions going on, and SAL is coming up. Man, I am so damn excited. Like, literally, if you thought Team Secret versus Falcons qualifying for the major, like that match to qualify for the major was a barn burner, let me tell you about the greatest match of Rainbow Six Siege history of all time, that W7M versus FaZe Clan 2024. We have yet another rematch, and this time the stakes are unbelievably high. Could we see FaZe, for the first time in God knows how long, fail to make it to an international event? Or will this brand new Team Liquid Alienware roster with the GOATs from that old Furia W7M team, will they not make it? It's one of those two. That's it. Like, we don't know which one, but that is just unbelievable.
Yeah, I feel like the Floxo lows is not going to be as exciting because Floxo is just, on paper, a much stronger team. But the fact that the lower bracket has that many good teams here in SAL just means it's going to be a bloodbath for everybody to qualify. Thankfully, they do have 4 spots. So there's going to be 2 in the upper bracket, 2 in the lower bracket. If they only had 2 spots in SAL, it's like, that would have been crazy. Thankfully, they have 4.
Dude, if SAL doesn't deserve 4 spots, then no region deserves 4 spots.
Or 5
the
or
best
6.
region in the world. You probably got 6 teams from SAL that could realistically punch up big time when it comes to the major. But of course, that's it for us today. We have one more weekend of APL. We've got our lower bracket finals and our grand finals, which means we still have 3 teams to qualify through to the major. We'll be back on APL next Friday for APAC North, Asia on Saturday, and of course on Sunday, the grand final of OCE. Until then, thank you very much for watching today, and good night. Honestly, Relays could probably get back to site now. He's got no more ADSs to protect him, and he's now killed Arcanum!
No.
This is unreal. What? Randy, Rani, whatever your name is, whoever you, if that is your real name, whoever you think you are, you disappoint me. Never mind, he got a free kill. He is my GOAT. I love him.
Played by the concrete area. Impact run out here from the solid snow. There's no air jump on the door.
Oh my god.
Couple of bullets around the operator.
Speaking of boost spots, there's one right here.
Oh my god, Jigsaw! Pluto's gonna have to jump inside. He's gone bot square. This might be possible! What? He's gonna stick it!
No!
The Ninja Defuse! Apparently Machine was playing through a cyclone last week. He lives in New Zealand. Oh my god, that's a nuke! See you later, Lunchbox. The nade buys him a few seconds and just enough time. He goes for it again. Zero has to cover. Excuse me, Nap! What are you doing?